today.
Today.
Well, let's talk about today.
If you're at a national state level, you have to run non-sale, it's wholesale.
Is like 9,000.
The only mistake I made, I didn't put it right in the registration booth with the car.
Just this ever-evolving story.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Let's Grow Pulling Live Monday, February 24th. Jason Schultz, Kenzie Teeding in Richland Center, Wisconsin. Mike Idle in Bevier, Missouri. And our special
What's going on, everybody?
Armistead, National Farm Machinery Show champion in the Super Stock Diesel Truck class. Yay! She's going to be our first guest tonight at about the 8 o'clock Central Hour or 9 o'clock Eastern. We're going to welcome on some TNT guys. I think Eric Pruitt, Dave Foltz, some other pullers talking about Shelbyville, Tennessee this weekend, this Friday and Saturday from the Cooper Steel Arena. We're live streaming that on fullpull.live for those that you can't be there. And around 8:45 Central, Mike's going to take us through pulling through the past. And around 9 o'clock Central, we'll head out west with the Massettis and friends and the famous Facebook Marketplace. So, Caroline, welcome to Let's Grow Pulling. Thank you for doing our interview. This is where Kenzie and I are going to remove ourselves, and we're going to let you and Mike have some quiet time. If any of you have questions or comments, please throw them in the chat, and we'll put them on the screen for Mike to ask Caroline.
Thanks.
Yeah, wonderful. So thanks for joining us, guys. As Jason said, Caroline counts Armistead out of the volunteer state out of Tennessee, taking home the gold, the podium spot in the Super Stock Diesel Truck Division, Saturday noon session 2025 National Farm Machinery Show. First and foremost, congratulations. No small feat. Have you come down from cloud nine yet? Has it sunk in? Is it feeling real yet?
No, I would say that it's definitely not felt real yet. You know, Louisville, I've gone to Louisville for many, many years, watching my dad, Jed, my brother, pull. And it's always been in the back of my mind, man, that would be really cool to do that. Just to pull in general, much less at Louisville. It's an honor to have even been able to compete there. And such a prestigious event. You know, Mike Witt and his crew does a great job putting it on. And I'm still in awe of what happened.
Well, that's absolutely wonderful. That's amazing. Walk us through the process. Just getting your letter. Take us back to when you got the acceptance letter, and then how did we start getting the truck ready, and then how were we feeling going down the tunnel? Just bring us up to speed right before the hook hit the chain there, and we went down the track.
Yeah. So I got my acceptance letter back in December. Super excited. Coming off of last year, because I did get to pull last year in Louisville, but it wasn't the results that we really wanted. But like I said, it was just fun being there. But then to have a second shot, so exciting. Obviously, I'm a pro stock diesel truck. I'm not a full-blown super stock, so I am running with the guys ahead of me, I guess, one step above me. And so my crew, we had to put on a bigger fuel pump, bigger turbocharger, just to make the competition a little more even at Louisville. And it worked. Coming into the tunnel was amazing. That's something that every puller dreams of. And getting to do it 2 times the first 2 years that I start pulling was pretty amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I can just tell by, the way you're answering the question, just how gracious you are to have not only had the opportunity, but to recognize, what a significant victory this is. Let's go back to talking about, the Dixie Ram, the beautiful, beautiful Dodge Ram that you're taking down the track here. Folks, I want to press this. She kind of glossed over it. This is traditionally a pro stock truck running a single 3.6-inch turbocharger. So it's not like you get to run, the super stock diesel setup all summer long. When you do come to the big dance, you've got to make some changes. And whereas most people in your class are going to run multiple chargers, you still are opting to go with a single charger. Now, we were talking behind the scenes before the show started. The charger that you put on this truck, it comes off a significant piece of iron. Tell us where you found the turbocharger that you ran on Dixie Ram at the farm show this year.
So the turbocharger actually came off of Dixie Deere, our limited pro stock tractor. This was a 4.1 turbocharger.
So we put the bigger charger on, you put the bigger fuel pump on. The only place that you run that setup is Louisville, the only area where you've done. So this truck with this different style, you've got exactly 2 passes on it with this setup. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Which
What
makes
did
it
you-
a lot more nerve-wracking also, because I'm not used to it. But
Exactly. You had a great summer, and I want to talk about your points championship that you had this summer as well before your interview is over. But you got to know how the truck performs with the 3.6 charger on it very well. I'm sure, you and it are very good pals by the end of the year, but you strap a different setup on, you've got to dig way back to the data from last year. Did you go back to the memory bank? Did you go back to the data from your 2024 hook at the farm show to kind of make adjustments? Or, what did you do to kind of get ready with that different setup when you went down the track this year?
No, not really. We didn't really look back at anything last year because we had turbo issues. So going into this year, I actually got to, first of all, I had never really pulled indoor, so that's a big difference somewhat. And 2 weeks before Louisville, I got to go to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which is an indoor pool. So
Sure.
I got to at least make an indoor pass there to kind of, I guess, bring my nerves down about being indoor, because I'd always heard about how different it is racing towards the sand pile indoor. And then, of course, the track is way shorter than an outdoor track, and so you have to make adjustments as far as coming off the line and going full throttle with that as well. And so, and that bigger turbo requires a lot more RPMs coming off the line, so that was an adjustment for me as well. But we figured it out with the help of all my crew, for sure. Definitely couldn't do it without them. They do all the adjustments. I just get in and drive. That's pretty much how it goes.
Well, but it's still no easy task. You're referencing it like you just hop in there and, bring the left foot up and throw the right hand down. But I feel like there's quite a bit more to it than that. How does your driving style change when you transition from outdoor to indoor?
Well, outdoor, I have a lot more time to think about it, I guess. Coming off the clutch, the 2 big things I focus on is coming off the clutch slowly and going full throttle pretty slowly. You don't want to jab the throttle because that'll cause bouncing.
Sure.
And so outdoor, I have a lot more time to think about those things, and indoor, I have no time to think about those things. And
Sure.
so I have to kind of make it all one motion, which is a little different than what I'm used to.
Let's, I was watching your run, and I'm going to go ahead and have Kinsey cue that run up. Let's take a look at it. You talk about the bounce. I felt that your pass was incredibly smooth. And the old saying is, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And by the end of the track, you had a ton of ground speed. Let's take a look at this run, and then we can kind of go over it together and examine what you feel that you did that was so successful. So, Kinsey, if you want to play that video, we'll take a look at her winning pass on Saturday. No bounce, all speed. Did you hear, before we talk about your run, let's talk about the end of the run. Could you hear the crowd's reaction through your helmet? Can you hear it there on that video, how they were just blowing the roof off that place?
Yes, I can hear it on the video, but no, I definitely did not hear them, but I could see them. And so I knew I did something right at that point. I honestly didn't know that I had hit the sand until well after my run. I was just standing there, and Jed, he was helping me. He was like, "Do you realize you hit the sand?" I was like, "Did I?" He was like, "Go look at the front of your truck," and there it was. So that was amazing.
At what point in that pass, because that's a picture perfect pass, no bounce, the truck hooked very quickly. Was there a point going down the track where you kind of felt it in your gut and thought, I've got something here? Was there a point where it dawned on you, you were on, one of those dream passes?
Well, my dad always tells me you're gonna feel it when it hooks,
Uh-huh.
and sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't.
Sure.
But I definitely felt it that pass, and I was, like you said, I had the ground speed. It just felt right. Everything felt right, and I think that was one of the prettiest passes I've ever had.
When did it start? Where did you hook in the class? What was your hook position on Saturday?
I was fourth hook.
Okay, so we were early on at a show where, if we watched all week long, it kind of looked like early hooks at times were beneficial to pullers. Not always, but it did look like the track favored the early hooks. So you grab the lead after the number 4 position, and you've got to sit over there in the corner and watch 8 of the heaviest hitting bullets come flying at you. Tell us about what was going through your mind as you just saw, great truck after great truck go down the track.
Yes, I mean, past champions are still behind me, so of course that was a little nerve-wracking, but they're all amazing competitors. They're also super nice to me. So I was just happy, honestly, to be over there in the corner. That was my one goal, sit in the corner for a little while. And so I was happy with how it turned out, of course.
Was there a point, did your goal start shifting? You said you just wanted to be in the corner, be in the top 3 for a while. At what point did you start saying to yourself, okay, I'm gonna go out on the track and finish top 3? And then at what point did you say, I might just win this doggone thing? Did you walk through those stages, or were you too nervous to even let those thoughts enter your mind?
No, I was just really in awe. I don't even know what I was thinking. It was just a wild experience. But yeah, I mean, I guess as each competitor came down, I was just like, okay, this might be actually real. This is actually happening.
So it's a dream come true to win at the National Farm Machinery Show, something some folks will spend their lifetime and only do a couple of times, something that, some folks never get to accomplish. Let's go all the way back. What is pulling to you? When did you get started? How did Caroline go from, what was our beginning to bring us up to Louisville? Tell us how you got into this sport.
So like I said earlier, we have Dixie Deere, the tractor. My dad, my brother, Jed, has been pulling for as long as I've been alive. Tractor pulls on the weekends. It's just a part of who I am. And so just going and being a part of that my whole life just like made me want to do it one day. I always just wanted to do it, never really knew that I would actually get to do it. I'd always kind of joked around with them, like, when are you going to let me drive this tractor? But of course, they're not going to let me drive that tractor. That tractor's precious.
Sure.
And so I did a little bit of antique tractor pulling. I guess that's how I started. And then I run with the Mid-South Pullers Association back during the summer and all of that. And we have the Pro Stock Diesel truck class. And the Dixie Ram was part of that. It was owned by Sean Hughley, who was actually a pretty good friend of ours. He was from Martin, Tennessee, which was where I had went to undergrad in college. So we kind of bonded over that, and I got to know him pretty well. And so I'd always cheer him on, root for him. He was always a top runner in the class. And then I guess 2.5 years ago, 2022 is when we got the truck. It came for sale, and I was never even a truck person. I just liked the tractors. I was like, I don't really care for the trucks. And I think my family was the same way, but it was just a good deal. It had a good reputation. It came from a really good person. And so my dad ended up getting it. I think he originally got it just to kind of pull it himself for a little while and then sell it. But then he just asked me one day, do you want to pull this? And I was like, I didn't know for sure, but I was like, this is my chance. This is what I've been wanting to do. And so I did. I pulled it about a month later, just a test run in August after our antique tractor show, really late one night. And it went pretty well. It was fun. And I guess that's when I initially was like, okay, I can do this. And so I had a couple of extra test runs that fall. And then I officially started pulling in points the next March in Mid-South.
Which would have been 2023, correct?
2023.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we've got 2 full seasons under our belt with the Mid-South Association pulling in the Pro Stock diesel truck division. You know, you answered. You're doing a great job in this interview because you're answering questions that I'm loading here. One thing a lot of the fans were going to be curious about was, you know, Dixie Deer. You know, you guys you're tractor pullers. You know, how did you find yourself in the seat of a diesel truck? So it's fun to talk about how that developed. Now that you've been in the truck and you grabbed a points championship and you grabbed a Louisville win, do you consider yourself, I mean, are we full-blown truck pullers now, or are we still going to search for a way to get back in the seat of a tractor at one point before our career is over?
I'm definitely a truck girl, that's for sure.
Okay.
I really enjoy it. So much fun, but it has definitely been a big adjustment just for our family in general because it is a lot different than a tractor, just knowing how to set it up, different clutches, different
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of stuff that's different, but we've slowly made the adjustment. We've slowly figuring it out. So I don't know that I would even feel comfortable getting in the tractor. It would probably freak me out a little bit, but
And at this point, do you kind of feel that you have such a feel, such a driver's intuition for that truck that it's just kind of a part of, you know, what you do now, that things have become second nature? Would you agree with
yeah.
that assessment?
Yes, I would definitely feel that it's kind of
How-
becoming natural.
Sure. How'd you do in the 2023 season? Where'd we finish in Mid-South that year?
I was the points champion that year too.
Oh, okay. So we're back.
I,
So folks, you know what? We did not do our homework. We as fans did not do our homework. Of all the winners, I don't know if you know this. You made some people rich this past weekend. You see,
heard.
on full pull of everyone who won, you were our statistically longest odds of the peer-to-peer wagering that they had there. So the longest odds winner. Now, had we done our homework and looked and saw that we had a back-to-back points champion, I think that line might have played out a little differently right there. So yeah, definitely, guys, we're not talking to a rookie slouch here by any means. How do you go up from here? Back-to-back points championships, capped off with a Louisville win. What's left on your bucket list? What are you pursuing? What are your goals moving forward?
Honestly, I don't even know how you go up from here, but just keep doing what I'm doing. And you know, when I first started pulling in the Pro Stock Diesel class, there was about maybe 3 to 4 trucks that would come consistently and hook. And over the past 2 years, we may have between 9 and 12 come and hook now. So our class has significantly grown. Amazing competition. Like our 2024 season, we had the first 8 to 10 hooks we had a different winner every night. So that's really good competition. Makes it a lot more fun, honestly. And so just keep doing what I'm doing, I guess.
What
To
you
see
you
how it
touched
goes.
on a good one. They're growing the class and the great competition that's pulling in your Mid-South Association and pulling, especially at Louisville. We get really locked in on the 3 professional associations, the 3 national level associations. What's it mean to you to be representing, you know, the Mid-South and the great association that you have? Did you kind of feel like you were winning one not only for the Dixie Ram and the Dixie Deer camp, but for the whole Mid-South Association as well? Kind of saying, hey, we can run with the best of anyone at any given day.
Yeah, for sure. And we definitely had multiple Mid-South competitors. I think we had Mid-South competitors in every session at Louisville. So we can definitely run. We have amazing pullers. And yes, I love representing them. My dad is actually the president of that association. So we're highly
Wonderful.
involved, know everybody really well. It's a huge pulling family. You know, we hang out and see our pulling family more than we see our immediate family sometimes. And so it's just a great thing to be a part of.
Definitely. One of the premier, I would say one of the heaviest hitting state and regional associations out there as well. I mean, you talk to any pulling fan and they're going to know, you know, who the Mid-South folks are, and they're going to know that you've got to be on your A game when they show up. Not only winning one for the home team, not only winning one for the home association, but how about winning one for all the ladies out there as well? You know, one thing that I anticipate to happen, there's going to be a lot of young gals, who like the sport of pulling, a lot of, little girls out there looking up and saying, I want to be just like these folks someday. I know I grew up watching, all the monster truck and tractor pulling drivers wanting to be just like them. What would you say to all those little girls and young women out there who are now going to look at you and say, hey, we can do it too. She's a rock star. What message would you give all of them watching?
Yes, definitely can do anything you set your mind to. I've had many people tell me girls can't pull. And, I look at that now and I'm like, they definitely can, especially with the support system behind you and the help that I've had. Anything is possible and you can definitely do it. Definitely go for it.
Well said. Yeah, absolutely. Your class alone, there's a good handful of young gals pulling just in the super stock diesel and the pro stock diesel trucks. Some of the best pullers of all time. You think about Rodalyn Knox and Connie Mullenix. I mean, there have been some really historic female pullers out there that get the job done. So great pedestal to, be a role model for all of them watching as well. Who were your biggest inspirations getting into pulling? You've referenced your dad, you've referenced your brother. Who were some people that just gave you the real seed that got it going, or some of the best advice you've ever had?
Those two for sure. My dad and my brother, Jed, they are my main supporters, and they are the reason that I got into it, that I get to do it. They're the ones that believed in me, when everybody else didn't. And those are my pulling heroes right there.
Sure, absolutely. What did they have any words of wisdom? Did they have any, or are you a driver that likes to be left alone once the helmets and gloves are on, or do you listen to dad and listen to brother? Do they always talk to you? Did they say anything more at Louisville? What are they telling you typically?
So I'm always super, super nervous before I hook, no matter what. But once the helmet goes on, it's tunnel vision, game time. From then on out. But yes, I always like to hear from my dad before I pull, because he's the one that's telling me what I need to be doing, because he can read the track and all of that. And I can't read the track. I don't know what's going on out there. I just do what I'm told. And so yeah, I always like to hear from them and hear what they have to say before I run, for sure.
Did the Dixie Ram get a hero's welcome when you went back home to Tennessee after the farm show?
Well, I hope so. Actually, I am actually in vet school at Auburn, so I didn't even get to go back home with the truck. So, but I hope so. I'm sure it did.
So you skipped Tennessee and went straight on down to Alabama. So you're still in college studying at veterinary sciences. So we're not only, winning farm shows and winning champions, we're pursuing one of the most challenging careers out there. Yeah. You're not leaving yourself a lot of room for, you're knocking off all the goals left and right. Got married this past summer. Congratulations on that. I saw as well. So it's been a fun year for you. Has 2024 into 2025, has this been a monumental year?
Yes, 2023 was a monumental year, and I'm like, how is it going to get better? And then 2024 and 2025 has gotten better.
Where will we see the Dixie Ram next? Is she put away for the year until the outdoor season, or do we have a few more indoor pulls we're going to try to sneak out and go play in the clay at?
So she is done in the indoor season, but she will be in Hammond, Louisiana in March. At the end of March, 28th and 29th is where our Mid-South season will start.
Absolutely. And how many hooks will you run with the Mid-South, or what does a typical season look like pulling for that association?
I think last year we had about 15 hooks.
Okay. So a nice bread and butter season, nothing that's that motor is not going to be exhausted by the end of the year. It's going to be right where it needs to be.
Yes, definitely.
So starting in March, and then, with the warmer climates than what we have up here in the upper Midwest, how late will you be running that truck outdoor? Does it go into October, November?
It goes to the end of September, early October.
Okay. Absolutely. Are there any spots on the schedule that you've highlighted, places that you want to win and you haven't grabbed one yet? Do you have that, that thorn in your side that you've kind of got a check mark on the calendar for that you're looking to go grab this year?
not really. It's always good to win your hometown pool, so definitely that one. But other than that, just whatever I can get.
Just let the chips fall where they may. You know, you've got a good approach to it. Dad tells you what your line needs to be. He reads the track. You're just having a good time. You know, you're staying grounded really well in all of this. What's the best part about pulling as far as you're concerned?
The family affair.
Definitely.
Just, every weekend, just going and getting to see everybody. It really is a family affair.
Now, your husband, is he a puller as well?
He has pulled some of like the smaller, like garden tractors and stuff like that, but he's actually pulled the Dixie Ram. He pulled
That
the
was
Dixie
gonna
Ram.
see your. That was gonna be my next question. You're spot on it.
No, he actually pulled the Dixie Ram in the 2023 season one weekend when I wasn't able to get home from school, and so that was fun. But I'm sure he'll definitely be back in it.
So is he one of those where he enjoyed the ride? Does he kind of say, okay, let me turn the key, or does he do a good job and say, you know what, it's your truck, you do your thing?
He definitely does a good job letting me do my thing, but then sometimes, you know, he'll make those comments. Are you sure you're gonna make it home this weekend? I can drive it.
He says, I packed the fire suit just in case. So you know, I've got it in case you need me to. You know, this has been a lot of fun. You're representing so many things so well. There's so many layers to your story. Everybody loves, you know, when I don't want to say an underdog, because how do you call a two-time point champion an underdog? But when you jump up out of the pro stock class and you try something different, you know, people love to see that. They love to see a perfect pass. They love to see hitting the sand pile. So this was just an easy one for the fans to get behind. And I know I speak on behalf of the pulling world when we say congratulations. And it was just a great time at the farm show. I'm just going to give the floor to you. Who do you need to thank? What shout outs do you want to give? Is there anybody watching back home in Tennessee you want to tip your cap to? Now's your time just to holler at the world and tell them thank you or hello.
Oh yeah, Mom and Dad are watching back home, so I have to thank them, of course. Not sure who else is watching back home, but for those of you who are, you know who you are. Definitely have to give a shout out just to thank you, all the people that I did thank at the farm show. You know, Shad Diesel, they're amazing. Brad Ingram, Brady Ingram, all of them always helping us out. Nichols Tire, that's who I ran at the farm show, but I've also ran Mayhill's all year long, so shout out to them. A big sponsor of the Dixie Ram is Hot Shot Secret, AgriGold Seed, AgriLiquid Fertilizer, Black Warrior Equipment, Clayton Auction Company. Have to give a shout out to Weimer for Turbo. So many people. I could go on and on.
No, it takes a village, and we could have almost just started if I would have just said, hey, give your shout outs at the beginning, and listening to your shout outs, I'd have been like, oh yeah, that's why she's winning. You know, you've got a good group behind you. And of course the Dixie Deer, everyone's heard of that. You know, that's a well-known tractor. So you're holding up the mantle well, you're continuing the legacy. Thank you so much for coming on. Congratulations on your amazing victory at the National Farm Machinery Show. And best of luck. Hey, why not 3? You know, why not 3 in a row? 2025. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, guys. That was Caroline Armistead, your 2025 National Farm Machinery Show Super Stock Diesel 4-wheel drive truck champion, doing it in a pro stock truck. Local girl from Tennessee going up to Kentucky and showing the Bluegrass State how to get it done. 2-time points champion. We appreciate her coming on and hope she has an awesome season. Jason, Kinsey, welcome back to the show. What's going on, guys?
Awesome interview, Mike. Awesome interview. She's a fine young lady, and she's a veterinarian.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah. During that interview, it was not hard to figure out who the smarter person in the virtual web room was. So
did you want us to it took how long did it take, Mike, for you to realize that?
When I started the show with my microphone muted and tried to blame you guys for 10 minutes, that's when I realized, you know, we're not firing all the time.
Gotcha. So we're going to bring on Eric Pruitt and then the Fultz family. Dave, Robin, and their son Bear. And we're going to talk about Shelbyville, Tennessee, this coming weekend. Why is it echoing? Is Eric on or something? Did you add Eric already?
No.
Because we're trying a new streaming software tonight, and it said something about Eric bringing it up there. Anyway, so Shelbyville, Tennessee, first time ever there's been a truck and tractor pull in this Cooper Steel Arena. Mike, it's very similar to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and we are live streaming it with fullpull.live. Obviously, we want to fill the arena, but if you can't be there, obviously we want you to jump on and enjoy it at fullpull.live as well.
I think TNT is really onto something here with their arena style shows that they're doing with some of these horse arenas and the indoor sessions that they're having, especially with the live stream. I feel like there's some good traction going on down there. I look forward to watching this one this weekend.
So I'm going to have Kenzie play our promo video, and then we'll bring on the Fultzes and Pruitt, and then we'll get everything figured out. So.
Where's my video? There it is.
Doesn't stop like the other software?
No.
Huh. We're trying some new streaming software tonight. So welcome, Fultzes and Eric Pruitt. How are you guys tonight?
Hi guys.
Well, I've got no. Hold on a minute. I got a change.
Well, I think Eric looks good from this angle.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. So,
He's getting better looking after all these years.
no, he messaged. So we're trying some new streaming software tonight because we've been struggling with Facebook a little bit, and this one hasn't helped us any much either. So I don't know if we're going to go back or not. But anyway, great to have you on. We got Dave, Bear, and Robin. So Dave, can you kind of introduce your family there? And then you guys are hooking this weekend in Shelbyville, Tennessee, correct?
Absolutely, Jason. Yeah, we're. I'm David Fultz, obviously. Right here in the middle is my son, Jonathan Bear Fultz. And then the driver of the Bear Money truck you'll see this weekend in Shelbyville, Tennessee, my wife, Robin Fultz.
Robin, you can slide in a little bit so we can see all of you if you want. I'm just saying. So
I was trying to hide.
Well, do less of Dave and more of you. I'm just going to say from a viewer standpoint, that's how that works. So no, we're excited. We're excited to come down. We came down to Lexington. Got to we ran the scoreboard down there and then worked with Eddie so we could live stream this. I'm excited to show. There's nothing else going on in the pulling world that I know of this weekend, and I'm pumped for that because now we get a chance really to put a big spotlight on some TNT truck and tractor pulling. Dave, hey, there's Eric.
Hey. What's up? Hey, Eric, I think we're a little rusty at this, brother.
Yeah, I'm a lot rusty.
There's an earthquake wherever Eric's at. The ground is there. There's an earthquake. He was going sideways and left and right, and I'm just hold on, buddy, hold on.
This is what happens when the Pulling Radio Network guys had a couple days off since they Eric, you muted yourself there, buddy. Well, let's talk about how far is Cooper Steel Arena away from you, Dave? What do you know about the arena?
I really don't know anything. I got to talk to Eddie. So this idea was floated at the horse park, and me and Eddie were talking up there, and he said it's very similar to the Kentucky Horse Park. He says the dirt seems to be a little better. So it's about a 5.5, 6 hour ride for us. We're in what I call upstate Kentucky. We're 10 minutes from Ohio.
Okay.
And we're looking forward to it. We've got 2 trucks that we campaign out of our family and Dixie Outlaws. In total, we campaign 7 trucks out of our shop. And we're only bringing 1 with us this weekend. Everything else is, I believe, Eric, they're all blown apart at C&G right now, correct?
Yeah.
Is Eric? Does he have crappy internet or what? I don't know. We heard him really good with it first.
I say he usually got better internet than me.
And we're trying to get Eric Pruitt, trying to hear him a little bit better. But again, talking to the Fultz family as well as Eric Pruitt about the Shelbyville, Tennessee truck and tractor pull this Friday night and Saturday night. The pull starts at 7 p.m. Central. The gates open at 5 o'clock each, or 5:30, I think, is what I saw on their Facebook page. 5:30 each night. So
Yeah.
5 classes, right? Dave, we got 2-wheel drive modified trucks. And then we got 4-wheel drive mods.
Yep.
E8 hot rod. The 2-wheel, what do you call your class? The 4300s?
4300 and 4300 mini trucks. That also goes by the 4300 light pro stock mini trucks. It's just according to where you're at.
4,300 pound pro stock mini trucks.
Thank you, Bear.
Well said.
Yeah. And then the light limited supers, but again, this is a no smoke show, no smoke tube. I can see what Eddie's doing here this first time, probably in this arena. Let's see what we get for a crowd, and let's fill it up and have some fun. But I think we have 3 or 4 light limited super stock tractors signed up so far, so we might have more. Courtney said there might be more showing up the day of the event. I called her the other day, but still quite a few hooks, Dave. We were going through the classes on the Facebook page. There's a ton of vehicles in all the other classes, so it's going to be a good show. So.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just in our 4,300 pound class, I mean, it's a murderer's row of hookers. I mean, it's just this is fun for us as a family. I started in the mini truck class. I bought a truck, bought my mom a tried truck in 2016 after my mom, or in 2017 after my mom passed away in 16, and put her in the seat of it in 2019, and well, let's just put it this way: I had to go buy her own truck before I could get my truck back.
So Robin took to the truck well, is what you're saying, Dave?
She does very well. She has a lot more patience than I have. If the truck starts rattling the tires, I just feed it until it hooks. She'll let the truck catch up. I don't have that patience.
Well, she's also the one who bent the truck half.
Wow.
So nothing like throwing your mom under the bus, Bear. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, the truck used to be like this. Now it's like this.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what happened exactly, Bear? So.
Well, I don't really know the backstory on it, but
We
were up in Tennessee, and this was probably the first ever time she pulled, and first run she bent it, and barely about to bent it, and second run she bent it in half. It was like it was going down track, and then about the end it went.
Yeah.
Fultz,
Bear, I have a question for Bear.
Yeah,
Bear,
ahead,
are you an announcer?
I was just going to say that. We need to get this kid a microphone.
Bear, I want to announce a tractor pull with you, buddy. If I ever find myself holding a microphone in the southern part of the United States, I am calling you up and you're coming up in the crow's nest. I want to announce a class with you.
I'll tell you, I always said I'm still announcing on occasion myself, but I spent 25 years doing it, still am doing it. And he's watched me do this. And like, I've never said, hey, Bear, learn this or learn that. It's just like we have the Berlin Ridge 300 every night here at the house. He's got his own sled, classes. Yeah. Remedy's actually won a couple nights. So just to let you know.
That makes me happy.
But no, we're getting back to Shelbyville, man. We're looking forward to it because very seldom, not a whole lot of times we get to go to a hook where there's no points on the line. It's you just going out there and throwing it up against the wall and see what happens.
This look familiar?
I love it.
That was our modified tractor called Third String. But if like in super modified 2-wheel drives, I mean that class there, you go down that list. I mean, you got some of the baddest rides in the country going to be in one spot.
Oh no, 100%. I mean, you got Chase who just won the farm show, and then is David White got second, right? I think in 2-wheelers. I think he did. But anyway, Fryman's. I mean, all the trying to think of all the names there. Was I go through them all? Is there a David Carlton? I know that truck always runs good.
And Eric's got an update on one of Carlton's trucks. We just talked about that today. What's going on with it, Eric?
Well, can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was hearing, but
we thought we could.
Change break. Breathe. The new Breathe Easy was finished today. If you clean up things tomorrow, it'll be chill.
Dave, did you understand that all?
Yeah. So what he's trying to say is David Carlton. This is going to be the Breathe Easy body, but it's all brand new chassis and drivetrain that'll be debuting this weekend in Shelbyville.
Awesome.
Beautiful truck, and being around the announcing, and you guys are probably the same way. You get around these pullers, they become family to you.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
David's one of those guys. If it doesn't matter if I got a microphone in my hand or I'm there with a pulling truck, he's coming up and high fiving me. You know, how's the family doing? You know, that, and being able to bring my family into my world. You know, that's all I've ever wanted. And my wife, you know, she's a special ed school teacher by day, truck puller by night.
That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
And, you know, me and you talked just a hair about these mini trucks, and there's not a lot to them. I mean, we're running factory OEM S10 frames, factory bodies. The only big difference in these trucks is we're no bigger than a ton rear end, no bigger than a ton transmission. We're running a dual disc with a cast iron headed, cast iron block, small block.
This pull in Shelbyville, is it invitation only and the rosters are set, or is this still open to vehicles to come and participate in?
That's a great question. I believe it's invitational only, but I don't want to overstep my bounds there either. So I know the horse park was invitational, and we're blessed to be going there. And I say that in sub-zero weather, which, you know, Jason, I know is used to that weather. I see him run around Bermuda shorts and everything else, you know. We're back here knocking icicles off a block. Jason Gibson calls me Friday afternoon. He goes, under no circumstances do you start those trucks until you put them in that building and let them warm up. I'm like, why would that be? He says, well, we can play a game called Show Me the Rods if you want to.
Show me the rods. Show me the money.
Hey, Eric, is that my tractor behind you?
Yes.
Let me see it.
Really want me to do it?
What? That thing's in pieces. Where's my motor?
Hey, Jason, I tried, buddy.
No, it's good. This is good, honest. I love it.
That's my tractor.
Well, tell us about your tractor bear.
Well, he had one in the barn that he would never finish. I asked him 100,000 times. He never would. He went out and spent $2,800 on another one.
Perfect.
And 2 minutes after we bought it, he went on Eric Pruitt's trailer into Eric Pruitt's shop.
Yep. To get the Eric Pruitt touch.
Exactly.
I got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's
I got Night Train sitting over there.
You know, I stopped at a local diesel truck repair shop on my way to the horse park, and we've got a 3-truck wedge trailer, open trailer, because we haven't made it to the pinnacle of, you know, enclosed yet. So we look like the Clampets coming in with stuff hanging off the trailer and all that stuff. But I stopped at this shop, and this guy walks in behind me, and he goes, "Man, there's a lot of money on that trailer." I said, "Yes, sir, there is." I said, "The only thing I can tell you is we love working and we hate money."
Yep, exactly. It was Mike White at Louisville that got second to Chase. Scott Jennings just texted me, so I butchered that a little bit. So
I'm going to tell you with Mikey, I've watched him since the Pro Stock days, and Eric has too. He's got a Pro Stock 2-wheel drive truck that he used to campaign with KTPA that's still down there in the garage. And Mikey, I've watched him since his dad used to pull. He jumped in. Now he's in the blown twos. I can't be prouder of that guy.
No, he made an awesome pass Friday night, and he was right there on Chase on Saturday night. That was a heck of a good class. The 2-wheelers down there. He had a perfect pass Friday night. That thing never bobbled. It just hooked and went. So
hey, Mason.
Yeah.
On your 2-wheel drive list.
Yeah.
Sullivan's on that list, right?
Kenzie's looking right now, Eric.
I got a point to make here. Just to.
We have some of the games up at full pull picks already. I know we're gonna add the rest of the classes here in a couple of days.
But I know Chase Richardson's coming. That's your NTPA champion. Cole Altman is coming with his bumper crop truck, which is the Southern Pullers champion of the year.
Okay.
He also has the new truck that he bought from the Hunts, Texas, will be there. You've got all of the TNT trucks, and I don't know how many times that Chase has even made the comment that there's no slouch there. You got to be on your game to run with the guys from TNT.
Oh, 100%. He said that to me multiple times. That's why he's excited to come hook again this weekend. I mean, obviously, highlight of his career was, a couple weekends ago at Freedom Hall.
Yes.
But he got to come and defend it again. And, those guys that didn't get to go to Freedom Hall, they're excited to pull against, like, Chase Carey and Chase Richardson and trucks like that because they want to prove that they can run with it too. So it's going to be fun.
And you've got, that's 22 really tough trucks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good.
That ain't no place for a rookie to come to. That's me and Jason has talked a long time about us possibly moving up to super modified two-wheel drives at some point. But Robin, do you want to get out of your truck?
I'm happy with bare money.
I've tried multiple times trying to sell that truck, but I can't budget to sell it.
This kid is good.
I'm telling you.
Sometimes Mama has to remind him whose house he sleeps in.
Imagine you do, Robin. So, Robin, were you a truck puller before you met Dave, or how did you guys meet?
So,
How about I say the story?
I don't know. No.
so
Dad shuts him down.
I did some tug pulling back in the day before David. And then, I don't know, he just kind of appeared and never left. So I guess that's a blessing in disguise. I'm not real sure. But he, I can actually blame my brother because he was friends with David. And then we started dating. But the one thing Mark told me was, he'll never stick around. Well, here we are 20 years later, and he's still here. So that was false information.
Well,
What was that, Bear? Sorry.
her dad used to take cars. My mama would get so mad at him 100,000 times. Well, he took a Cadillac I don't remember what year it was, but he took a Cadillac and cut the roof off of it.
Yep. That's his papaw. Now you asked that question. So my brother-in-law is Mark Rath that drives the Thin Red Line Pro Street truck that was at the and then my nephew is the one you were talking about, the 13-year-old that turned 13 that drives the Copperhead
Strikes Again
truck. That's watching him come up. He started out in garden tractors and now is where he's at. We have stepping stones within the Dixie Outlaws organization to further our kids to be financially irresponsible as they grow up.
Yeah, it sounds like a training program. Yeah, you're right, folks. I like that.
It's been interesting. What she hasn't said here on when I bought that. So the Mama Tried truck used to be called Wired. I lost my mom in December of 16, 2 weeks before this little guy was born. And something just snapped to me. And I'd always, thanks to Jeff Wright, and I know you're watching tonight, Alita and Jeff Wright. Jeff Wright let me take a ride in his truck in 2015. And I got the book. And I said, I'm going to buy a truck. Well, I never would do it because time and money. And when my mom passed away, I told myself and never told her, I said, I'm going to buy me one of these mini trucks. And I stopped by the bank on the way to our county fair, pulled out X amount of dollars. I don't think she still knows the dollar figure, but I bought the truck and I called her walking back to my truck to get my racing suit and helmet that I took with me. And I said, hey, honey, I said, we just bought us a pulling truck. And she goes, what? I said, cell service ain't that best. So I hung up on her, threw the foam in the truck. Went out and pulled that night. Well, we didn't have enough space on the trailer because we had our farm stock tractors there. So I left it at the fairgrounds. So I broke the ice with her at like 8 o'clock the next morning. So that's what started it all.
Well, that's good, and she's still here. Way to go, Robin! You're a good woman. We like that. We like that. So, how many trucks do you have? How many trucks do you have now?
We own 2 trucks. We own the Mama Tri truck, which my buddy Robbie Graves drives when in my absence, and he's drove the last 2 years at the horse park. We call him our Kenny Rogers stunt double. Heck of a musician, heck of a brother. And then we got her Bear Money truck. Also coming out of the Dixie Outlaws camp in the mini truck class, we have Sam Rath and the Copperhead Strikes Again. We've also got the Whiskey Sour truck of Braxton Fryman, which is Mark Fryman's nephew. Yeah.
Zach's
and then we have Timmy White driving the Freak on Leash, Colorado. We got a brand new truck coming out this year that's yet to be named. And then the Thin Red Line truck. And what else? I think it's all of them. That's all of them. That's out of one shop. So we stay busy just turning wrenches. It seems like that's all we do anymore.
Love it.
We're the Simon Says team of the lower levels.
That's
He's already consessed with the Simon Says. I turned on a video one night of what they do. Once the video ended, he was impressed with what he saw.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice shop.
Yes.
It's nicer than most people's houses. So
Jason, how are you all going to react to the weather change from where you're all at to coming south for the weekend?
It's going to be very nice.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy it. I probably will not. I'll just probably put some shorts on, to be honest with you. So I'm not afraid.
So we've got some folks, all of our team except for us is staying here for one reason or another. Just life happens. So they can watch that on fullpool.com.
Yeah, fullpool.live. Yep.
.live.
Fullpool.live. And then we're gonna have games up on fullpoolpicks.com right now. The super modified 2-wheel drive trucks are up right now, and then the super modified is it modified 4-wheel drive, Eric, or is it super mod? I forget.
Super modified 4-wheel drive.
Super mod 4-wheel drive. Yep. So
well, that's gonna be a tight class too. Now don't sneeze on that class.
So if Steve Clem comes down or his group, that'll actually be, I haven't looked at the list on that, but that'll be 2 farm show winners coming to this pool. Now, Steve, of course, won in his modified 4-wheel drive, but I'd heard the reason he wasn't going to pull that anymore is because he was going full-time with the super mod 4x4. So potentially all you fans watching for this pull in Shelbyville, you could have 2 National Farm Machinery Show championship pullers showing up on Friday and Saturday night at this show.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, Steve Clem, that super modified 4-wheel drive project that they've got has come a long way.
Okay.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was looking at that. Like we touched on the 2-wheel drive modified trucks, big heavy hitters in there all the way through, and we've seen that happen before. Let's see here. I'm looking for if I went the wrong way on my screen here. So the 43 mini trucks, Adam, who are some of the favorites you think for those people who are going to probably be possibly betting on this class? Fultz I'm gonna read off the names. Killing Time, Out Time.
Hang on, Schultz, before you go any further. Hell, you trying to get me shot?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll make Pruitt do it then. Pruitt, you ready?
No, I can't do it.
No, go ahead, because she'll agree with me on the majority of my picks.
Well,
So I mean they're all good, right? But who are some of your stout ones that just over time? Killing Time, About Time, Full Committed 2.0, Wild Streak, High Voltage, the Cumberland Express, Tennessee Rush, Rolling Thunder, Green Machine, Running in the Red, Bad Moon Rising, Love Pup, Power Ranger, Little Rattler, Hulk, Bear Money, that's Robin's truck, and then Casper.
I'll tell you, out of all of them, there's some heavy hitters here. And if I sit here and try to run you down who's going to be in the top 5, you never know with this class. But one of my favorites, and I think she'll agree with me on this, is Chris West in that Cumberland Express out of Jamestown. That truck has been tough for years. And Chris and Gary have been a big part of our program, along with Jason and Eric and Todd and Justin over there at C&G. So, Chris, I'm not saying this because they help us tremendously. I'm saying that's because it's a good truck. Addie Lowe, that truck's coming around. That about time. I'm telling you, keep an eye on this girl. She can wheel a truck and ain't scared of it. Them two Ricky Clark trucks, that little Rattler and that Hulk, that whole family. Me and Ricky talk all the time. We're about as bad as one as the other. I think they've got 5 vehicles coming out of their shop.
Yep. That's a disease. Yep,
exactly. Yeah, we're all ate up in the head. But to sit down and give you just looking over this list is crazy. I mean, the high voltage truck's good. The killing time truck, he's always there in the end. Ben Cooper and a fully committed. It just seems like Ben and his truck, the breakage bug creeps up on him occasionally. But that Justin Gibson was that's going to be there. That was your winner from the Saturday morning session of
Farm Stop.
Yeah.
Farm Stop.
Forest Park. Yes. Words come easy. Yes. But you like our truck, her truck. We're the only one out of our organization that's down there. We pull a KITPA up here in Northern Kentucky.
And what's that stand for?
Kentucky Indiana Truck Tractor Puller Association.
Okay. I saw somebody commented earlier.
We got about 25 hooks a year that we do with them. We broke one truck last year, got home at 2 o'clock in the morning, unloaded it, rolled it in the shop, and we walked out of the shop at 7 o'clock in the morning to be back in the truck, back on the road to another pull by 10 o'clock. That was a wild night at the office, but there's a little difference in our class. We're all 4,300 pound. We all run the same tire size. The only difference between us and the rest of the folks on the list is they run 406 cubic inch max. We run 366 cubic inch max. They run an 850 carb. We run a 750 carb. Not a whole lot of difference.
But how many associations will have trucks there, Dave?
So looking down the list, you're going to have Kentucky Outlaw, KOTTPA, Kentucky Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pullers, Middle Tennessee Truck and Tractor Pullers, KTPA, Kentuckiana Truck Pullers. Everybody, like on this list right here, a bunch of us got together and went to Shelbyville, Kentucky last year for the PPL hook. They added our class. They dropped the hook in our trucks at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Crap.
We rolled in the gate at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Got 3 hours of sleep and back up the next morning.
So,
What a trooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this little guy right here, I try to keep him toned down, but you said it exactly, because 9 times out of 10, doesn't matter what time it is, of the morning, night, he's still awake in the back seat. Singing, doing what, I don't, bouncing off the walls, crawling, I don't know.
Yes, son.
Everybody calls me Little David Fuller.
But we've got a good bunch of young. We're running a circuit at 25 hooks with a bunch of young kids.
Yep.
That are actually, in all honesty, they're living the dream I wanted to live when I was their age.
I love it.
And we're not forcing them into it. And I've told them, I said, you guys don't want to do this, we don't have to do it.
Jason Gibson wants to know who's Justin Gibson. Did somebody call him Justin accidentally, or did I do it?
Justin Gibson is the driver. He's actually the one that won the mini truck class. at the horse park.
Okay.
He drives, and it's called Bad Moon Rising. So he was driving the Good Vibrations truck. So I don't know if they've done a change or something like that. I'm not as in tune with insider information like I used to be. Eric, I guess we're going to have to get back on the ball on this stuff and put the feelers out and get Uncle Zeke out of prison and put him back out on the street, I guess.
I did prep, and I used to always do show prep.
Yeah.
You guys are just guests tonight. So no, I put a post out today, and then you guys answered. And I thought there was a bunch of people tagging a bunch of people. I thought I'd have 10 or so people on here, but I'll take you guys. So it's all good.
I figured Mark Fromm would be all over as Mr. Excitement. Get an opportunity to do this. I thought he'd be all over.
Yeah. At Lexington, he stood up there on the tractor, and he was all happy.
But I also know, with everything coming down to crunch time, the way it is at CNG shop right now, a lot of you pullers are probably in the shop getting ready still.
Yeah.
Well, did you see the video I sent you, Eric?
Yep, I saw it.
Okay. Jason, take a look at my Facebook page. You'll see Bear's already been on. He had the grinder cutting stuff off her truck day. I don't know what that's all about.
Hey, I was just trying to cut the battery cable off. I couldn't get the ratchet to fit, so I just cut it off.
That'll do it. Bear, how old are you?
He's 8 years old.
Jeez. This is fun.
Yeah.
Bradley Sturgeon says David Bear is awesome. We need
Well,
to get him on
I already know how to take a stick shift out of gear and all that.
Yeah, he actually, I put him in the and hopefully Eddie's not listening or any of the safety guys, but he's the guy he's the one that did our warm ups in the little trucks at the horse park this year.
Yeah, they're not listening. Yeah, nobody's
Okay.
watching tonight, Dave. It's just a couple of us, so don't worry.
Yeah, hey, it's kind of like it behind the holler show. All my fans hang from a ceiling. Exactly, I understand that.
It's all good. It's all good.
Hey, I like your office though.
Oh, thank you. We try to be fancy sometimes when it works. So, Eric,
Santa will do anything for me, and he kind of did something a little special.
Well, there's his bear money.
I like that.
Don't pay attention to the doors. I'm not cheating or nothing. Not at all.
There's the mama tried truck.
I may cut the bed ties out a little bit, trying to get the wheels to fit.
Once again, Mama Tried's just trying to catch bear money.
I love it. Eric, Shelbyville, Tennessee, has that got a pretty good, strong pulling heritage, or going into a non-pulling area, or what do you know about that area?
I know one of our early pulls was Light Limiteds. We went to Shelbyville to pull outdoors. This arena, to the best of my knowledge, is fairly new. This is probably the first pulling event ever in this building.
Okay. Yeah, no, Todd Aiken confirmed that. When I was talking to Eddie about live streaming this, they said this is the first time they've ever truck and tractor pulled here. So Dan Mayer and I were kind of looking at the Facebook there, and Dan's coming down. He's announcing with Ricky, okay? So he'll be Ricky and Dan Mayer announcing to the crowd and to the live stream. So we're going to have the local announcer with with Dan the man. So it's going to be pretty awesome.
That'd be sweet.
Yep, that's happening.
You're in Cody Agent territory.
Okay.
Eagleville is not very far from Shelbyville.
And that's the one you told me, Eric, they're lying down the road to go to that poll, right?
Well, that was COVID year.
Oh, okay. COVID doesn't count. If you're a polling promoter and you had a good year during COVID, no shit, we all did, okay?
I kid you not. We went there, and I hope Eddie has the same luck with the crowd.
I do too.
But we had pulled in Manchester the night before, and I happened to be with Tiger Pullman and the Forester bunch. They had a friend of theirs where they went and did all their maintenance on their tractor. And we left their house going to Shelbyville, Tennessee, and the guy said, "Come on, we better go." We wound up unloading Forster's 2 tractors and pulling them down the road 6 miles. There was 8,000 people in this little bitty old hole in the wall track.
Wow.
It was
awesome.
It's on Google. It shows it's 20 miles from Chapel Hill. So I'm going to say this is very much in the heart of big time pulling Tennessee area.
Yeah,
Good deal.
Murfreesboro, the Murfreesboro pool is not very far away from this. It's all right in that same area.
Yeah. No, so I talked to I called the local schools, just training some future camera people, getting some people to come work for us this weekend, and from the media department and stuff. And one of the kids said to me today, it's like the walking horse capital of the world. What the hell is a walking horse, Pruitt? Can you help me out with that?
I have the only way I know how to explain it. The horses that pick their front feet up real high.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, I have rode one many years ago. It's the smoothest ride on a horse you'll ever take. They don't move, even though they're picking those feet up real high. But that's the Tennessee walking horse, and they're right. That's the there and the Miller Coliseum where the pool is in Murfreesboro. That's what that big arena's for, is horse shows.
Well, I'm glad those are beautiful arenas. I mean, from Lexington to Murfreesboro to this, and Melissa Holbrook shared the poster on us for there the other day on their page for their fans, and then I called the guys from Chapel Hill today to see if they're going to come over. And I called Clint, and I got a message Larry, and it'd be great to have some of them come over as well, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So.
Oh, absolutely. We're looking forward to it. I mean, it's a long ride, but, at the end of the day, warmer weather, and there's none of that white stuff on the ground. That's
right.
That's the plus that I'm looking forward to.
We're talking 65 degrees, right?
I hope so. 65 works for me.
Yeah, me too.
Well, in that case, I can keep my heaters I still got heaters loaded in from the horse park.
Lexington was cold.
Yeah,
Lexington was real cold. Mm-hmm. So Ricky Heath will be on the microphone, said just got back from the meeting with the Clarkson Fire Department. WHAS Crusade for Children Pull, April 12th, Grayson County Fairgrounds, Litchfield, Kentucky. It's official. We're running 2 sleds. Like I said before, y'all come. So awesome.
That's a great pull, and it's for a great cause. And I've never made it down there. They always have our class, but I usually got them blowed apart in a million pieces. One of these days I'll get down there, but that is a great pull for a great cause by a bunch of great people.
Courtney Bentley says Robin and David make some really awesome trophies too. So what's the story behind that, folks? So
I get it. So we own a trophy and award shop, have since 2007, and I've never really mentioned it bunch because honestly, when I go to do a job, I go do a job. I don't go out to promote, me or my businesses or anything like that. But we own a trophy and award shop called Allmark Sales, Awards, and Apparel. We do plaques, trophies. We've been a TNT trophy supplier for years.
Yes.
Awesome.
We actually this year, we sponsor our other businesses. Once again, we just love working. The 3 of us own a car lot together called Berlin Ridge Auto Sales. We also are also into real estate, and I'm a realtor here in Kentucky. And so the car lot, we sponsored the trophies for the Kentucky Invitational this year with Jason and the crew at CNG Motorsports.
Awesome.
We just love we love helping Eddie and that crew. I worked for him for years, and when you spend 10 years on the road with them, running up and down here, there, and everywhere, they become your family. And anything you can do to step up and help out. So yeah, we appreciate them giving us the opportunity to do their awards.
Yeah, those trophies in Lexington are taller than Bear himself.
Yes.
You should have seen him. Matt, once again, hopefully nobody from ATF is listening, but you should have seen him helping with whiskey bottles in the center. But here's the problem. I mean, Kentucky bourbon, he may or may not have been over 1 for you, 3 for me, 1 for you, 3 for me. So.
Folks, you don't have to worry about anything. We've had Tony Reed, Growing Corn 2020 on our show before, so we passed all that. So.
Oh, my. Yeah.
Adam Bennett says, CNG had me and Brian Corneliuson out past our bedtime picking up my truck. Smiley face, sort of smiley face, Jason Gibson. So.
Yeah, them 2 pimps, they don't have a bedtime. I mean, not only do they pull modified trucks, they're in the demolition derby too, which is an old sport of mine that I spent 15 years doing. But them guys, they're trying to do it all like I did.
Well, there's somebody out there on a sponsor. Well, the business may sound familiar, Mr. Andrew Perry, the goofball of KITPA, the sniper truck. Derbies,
Oh, man.
pulls. There's one thing he's doing. He's also goofy. Real goofy. Go on his Facebook page.
Hey, Barry, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, how you really feel.
Yeah. But
he's also the man that
he's talking about Andrew Perry that drove the sniper truck in the mini truck class, the white and black S10.
Okay.
At the horse park. And that's the one thing that I can say that my son here, Jonathan, a.k.a. Bear, can go to any pool and I don't have to worry about somebody bothering him. You may see him up in somebody's trailer, eating or doing, what have you. But that's what I love about raising my kid in this. And not only my kid, but my niece and nephew in this business is the pullers. They all take them in. Everybody watches everybody.
No, I love it. Steve Dice says it's where I'm catching up on comments. I kind of forgot about them there for a second. It's where they hold the Tennessee Walking Horse celebration. So that's there. Yeah.
Hey, Jason, I see Todd Aiken on the comments. So have you ever had one of Todd's world famous bologna and cheese sandwiches?
No, I haven't, but it sounds like I need to have one of them. So.
You hit him up and tell him get the grill out. Eric knows what I'm talking about. How many tailgate parties we had during pools? Todd was a tech for years, and Todd and there wasn't. I can remember at the horse park on Wednesday afternoon, we got the grill laid out on tailgate going to town. You
got that. You also got Bo Simpson's crew.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Bo made me at Lexington like a bologna and egg sandwich or something.
Oh,
his wife made it, and I ran up to him with a little tower where I was sitting. That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, she bakes pretty good too. She gave me some bar in Murfreesboro.
Them bars are the bomb.
I know.
Well, it's fun because
listening, bring some.
If you're listening,
yes, please, Bo.
I have the radio and I hear all the distances, but I also hear all the chatter with the track crew. So I always pick on Red all the time because he's always rah, 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 and they're giving him hell. I mean, they should just pump that out there because that's so funny. Listen to all those guys talk about it.
It's funny you say that. So the TNT tech crew I've known probably for 20 plus years. Have worked with them personally. And I don't think you guys were there the last time I drove my truck at the horse park.
Oh no! Let me tell.
So what? So
Daddy,
hold up. So what? This was in 23, I believe. I don't think you guys. I think it's a year before y'all come in.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one of those moments, and you guys know what I'm talking about. As media, you see, like once you pull the curtain back, it's not as glamorous as it used to be as a fan, correct?
Correct.
I mean, it's just kind of, okay, here we go again.
Yep.
So, being that I took some time off and stepped back from different things, I've been trying to become a fan again. And so in 23, I didn't want to pull my truck. I want to put my buddy Robbie in it, but these two right here, Daddy, it's time for you to pull your own truck. So I signed up. So you know how they hook you up and back in the sled, correct? So you're while the other guy's hooking up, you're on the back of the tractor with the truck running. So you've got some time to kind of just chill out, So this may not be everybody's way of doing it. And if y'all ever want to put a video camera or a microphone on me, you're not going to be able to show it on any, but it'd be good just to pass around. But I'm sitting there hooked to the back of his tractor, and just all of a sudden, you know how Saturday morning is, it doesn't get a big crowd. But you know what? I had this beam of light hit me. All of a sudden, just kind of sitting there looking around, and I literally just looked around the arena, and I was like, I got the coolest gig in the world. Who else gets to do this? And when they backed me into that sled and they set me down, I tightened it up. I tightened this chain up, and I'm sitting there going, and I'm still looking around. like a kid in a candy store, and I was like, "This is a cool gig." And something went through my head, and I guess this is what I get for thinking. I was like, "I
We don't let
wonder."
him do it often.
Can I do it?
Yeah, I was like, so I wonder what would happen if I turned this little small block up, and I'll tell you guys, I reach over and unplugged my rev limiter out of my box.
no.
Jason Gibbs is just now hearing this. I unplugged my rev limiter, and I looked over, and I'm like, I wonder what this truck would do if I come out at 8,500 and sidestep the clutch.
Oh no.
Well, I took it to 86 and sidestepped the clutch. And if you go to 23, it did everything but go straight. If you watch the video, it goes straight up in the air and sits right back down and goes right. I never lift. Now, you drive those trucks with your body like a garden. If you've ever pulled garden tractors, these are oversized garden tractors. You drive it with your body. You don't have separate brakes or nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
So you drive it like a garden tractor. If you want it to go left, you lean right. And it went right. So So I'm all the way in the floorboard at this point, headed towards the white line. I shoot it back across the track. When I look up above the dash, kind of have one of the smoking the bandit moments going, oh, hell, here we go. And look, Daddy, a football game.
Shoots it out of bounds, takes it the other way, busts the water pump.
So when I shoved the clutch in, smoke's rolling, water's everywhere. Chris Goodlett, my old friend, Chris, if you're listening tonight, you'll know exactly what you said. I opened the door up. Chris comes over, and I can't say exactly on here exactly what he said to me. Number one, he was not happy with me. And he treated me just like he should have for being unsafe. And I looked at him as I was taking my helmet off, and I said, hey, Goodlett, I said, did I go out of bounds? And he goes, you know damn good and well you went out of bounds. He said, get off my track. So I guess I said all that to say this. I don't get treated no different than anybody else out there. If I do stupid stuff, I get called out on my stupid stuff. So, but once again, have fun with it, guys, because you never know when you'll get that opportunity again.
Yep.
And that's one thing I enjoy watching her, and I know she ain't said a whole lot tonight.
Well, she hasn't had a chance, let's be honest.
I live with these two, so there's no need for me to speak.
Well,
but the one thing about her is she's consistent. If you watch any of the pulls from the horse park where she got third place year before last, fifth place this year, or sixth place, fifth, she's consistent, does the same thing every time, drives the truck the same way every time. I can't do that. There's not consistent bone in my body. Look, squirrel. But I can't say enough for Eric either. Eric's been him and Jason and that crew at CNG, I can't say enough about, because when we first got our program, we sent our program down there, they had these wild ideas, and Jason's like, I don't know if this will work. He said, you down with it? I was like, we won't know until we try. And that's what's put us where we're at today, just by trying weird combinations.
No, it's fun.
And I do feel sorry for Jason from time to time, because he has to listen to David's ideas, and then he has to listen to my ideas. And I mean, typically I can convince him to go with my ideas over David's, but there's times I can't.
Hey, we know who writes the checks.
Hey, Eric.
So I know what she's leading up to here. So she knows her truck. She's just not a steering wheel holder. I can send you pictures of her underneath her truck, adjusting clutches and doing drive shafts, putting drive shafts in, what have you. And she'll tell us on the team, there's something wrong with my truck. And I'm like, no, it's just in your head. Go on. Well, guess what? 9 times
there's something wrong with your truck.
There's something wrong with your truck, and it usually busts something. And then I got to hear about it all the way home.
I say something for one.
Go ahead.
She complained about her brake for probably 3 months, and Daddy finally got tired of it and fixed it.
Well, way to go, Daddy.
Daddy, husband of the year.
Husband of the year. Well, cool.
Well, he's also, we're trying to beg him to drive next year because he said once Robbie has an A to B pass, he would drive. But he's trying to get out of it, but he ain't going to get out of it that quick.
I enjoy it more watching her and Robbie do their thing in our trucks than I do. I've had my fun. I just like standing in the shadows now, honestly, and just kind of letting them do their thing and let them be the superstars.
Well, I love it. I love it. Eric, so back to Shelbyville a little bit. How big of a town, is Shelbyville?
To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure on population, but it's probably I don't know. I would say probably population of 6,000. Probably. I don't. Cody Agent was on there just a few minutes ago. He'd be telling you that.
I know there's 2 motels.
There's 3.
Three motels.
Good deal.
Yeah. We're looking forward to Shelbyville because from what Eddie's told me about the arena, I'm looking forward to that. And I think it should be very similar to Morristown.
I'm not familiar with Morristown, but I've been to Murfreesboro and Lexington. So,
we used to do White
Town
Pines.
is White Pines, where the big antique is.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I'm going to enjoy. And Jason, just when we used to do White Pine, so we're all stuck in the same location for the weekend, correct? Ain't nobody going home. What you'll see Saturday morning is a bunch of pullers just hanging out.
Yep.
And telling war stories. And God, I miss Oz Hayes. I used to have so much fun between the hooks listening to that gentleman tell his stories. But you're going to see that, Jason, and enjoy that part. That's where you get to know these guys. You get to see what makes them click and tick and all that.
No, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Eric, you got anything tonight before we let you guys go?
No, I hope you all have a good weekend. I'm not going to be able to make it because, as Bear was mentioning a while ago, I got
finish my tractor. I got place to work on.
But I will be watching.
Awesome. Awesome, Eric. That's what we need. Well, thank you for coming on tonight, guys, with short notice. I kind of got busy, and I had the Louisville flu and then work, and then I was like, oh, crap, I need to get some people on for TNT, and I put the Facebook post out, and you guys answered the call, and I appreciate it, Dave and Eric and Robin and Bear, so it's been fun.
But
guarantee it'll be a good show.
Yep.
Good deal.
Looking forward to it, guys. Thanks for having us on, and thank you for putting a spotlight on what little part that we play in this thing we call pulling.
It's all big family, Dave. You know that.
Yeah.
I got one more thing before we leave.
All right, hurry up, Bear.
He's got a man that called him Tweety Bird. You say more about him. I don't know a thing about him.
Yeah. Ask Jason, if you get a chance, ask Larry Anderson with the Grease Monkey Light Limited Superstock.
Yeah.
Ask him if he knows Big Bird and Tweety Bird.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll tell y'all about it. And then ask him about asking for ice in Canada. You will love that story. That's a good time right there.
Yeah.
I kind of wish we had more time at this point now.
Well, guys, I know you're all up against the wall. We got to get him to bed, but Jason, we can't thank y'all enough. Michael, good to meet you, brother. And anything I can do for you guys on my little piece of whatever we do, holler at me.
Awesome. Thanks, Eric. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Robin. Thanks, Bear.
See ya.
See you guys.
Bye,
See ya.
Oops. I did it wrong. Okay.
Firecracker. That kid
I love it.
Firecracker. I got to get him a microphone, and I want to spend a class hanging out with him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's been a great show so far.
Sure.
We started out with Caroline Armistead, who your super stock diesel truck champion at the National Farm Machinery Show. Her dad is the president of Mid-South and also the Dixie Deer 4.1 Limited Pro. You can go back and watch that interview anytime. Mike does a great job. Mike, next week we got to be talking. We're going to start talking about Hammond, Louisiana next week.
Definitely.
There's a big farm stock antique pull in DuQuoin, Illinois next weekend, March 6th through 8th. We're going to have some of them on next week as well. But I know, let's do some pulling. Do you have any pulling through the past ready, or did we mess it up with our new streaming thing?
No, he's uploaded pictures.
Okay. So, Mike, if you want to jump on that, I don't know if we have our overlays.
Yep,
But,
that's fine. I've got my photos in here.
Okay.
So a little bit of horsepower variety at all ends of the spectrum. Fans have been doing a really good job. Fans, continue, please, to reach out to me. If you have vintage pulling photos and you want to see them featured on Beer Money Pulling Team, on our social media platforms, or on our official podcast, Let's Grow Pulling, reach out to me, reach out to Beer Money. We'll gladly accept those. Still have a lot I haven't gotten to yet. Clayton Olam is going to continue to supply us with several tonight, as well as a puller themselves has sent one of their original rides on. So starting at kind of the more docile side of the horsepower spectrum, Clayton Olam sent in photos, calls this one. This is Fred Smith in the Hog number 2. Now, Clayton had a bunch of photos from what would have been really early days of the modified four-wheel drive truck class, or even like a pro street, or just kind of some beginner level, not necessarily beginner level, but beginner history of the modified four-wheel drive trucks. Looks like this pull might have taken place based on several of the others I saw in Wisconsin or Minnesota. So some really old school four-wheel drive truck pulling. I think this family even reached out to me when we posted this online. So late 70s, early 80s, Fred Smith in the Hog number 2, swinging completely in the other direction when it comes to weight and horsepower and scale of pull. Kinsey, we've had several on here that we've shown from Clayton. This is going to be that same 2001, 2002. I was working with Brent Yarn, and Brent pretty much has this pull pegged as, I think he said it was 01 in Toma, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
this is Gary Reese in the Stagecoach. This is also courtesy of Clayton Olam. Gary went by Tiger. So Tiger Reese in the Stagecoach, one of the last cab over super semis to ever be pulling at the national circuit level. Also being campaigned at that exact same pull. Same driver. This is Gary Tiger Reese in the Stagecoach Express. So you can see that same paint job he's got between them. But he's got his cab over, and then he's got his full cab right here in the Superstock Semi class. Then I believe this one is courtesy of Jim Harmon. Don't have to go out on a leg there. I don't have it labeled properly, but it's a Massey Ferguson. And if there's one man who sends me vintage pulling photos that I know loves Massey's, that's going to be our good buddy James Harmon out of Des Moines, but originally from Shelbyville, Missouri. This is Gary Hendrickson on the Massey Ferguson he calls Sweet, Sweet Music. I have little to no information about this tractor. I cannot tell you if this is a super stock or a pro stock. I honestly don't know. I'm going to guess this is mid to late 80s, maybe flirting with early 90s, depending on level, depending on class. It's an NTPA vehicle. We can see his NTPA number there right on his side shield, as well as the shield and the stars down there. But good looking Massey Ferguson, blowing some smoke, pre-roll cage days. And then we have the light limited super stock called Gold Digger. Okay, trivia time for everybody. Kinsey, Jason, what current outlaw modified puller used to drive the light limited super stock called Gold Digger?
Doug Voth, because it's in the name that I saw you like.
Well, that's you can't. That's
and
okay.
Plus I saw it in the comments earlier and what in the post.
10 points, Kinsey, but minus 15 for cheating. Doug, this is Doug Voth, current driver of the Griffin Growl. This is where he cut his teeth, was in the light limited super stock class. And you can see there are a couple divisions. There's a division in Missouri that runs this too, where the light limited supers actually have to run on 24.5. So you can see he's got the skinnier tires back there, despite this being a light limited super on alcohol. Mini Mo's love alcohol. So he told me this is around that same 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6 time frame. So thank you to Doug Voth for submitting that. And folks, we have made it to the G's. We go through all this alphabetically. We are into the G's of all of my vintage pulling photos. So obviously lots more to come as we work our way down the alphabet. And if you have vintage pulling pictures, we want to see them, we want to share them, we want to broadcast them to the world, reach out to us at Beer Money Pulling on Facebook or other platforms, and we'll get them disseminated for you.
I like that you post those, Mike. It's a lot of fun to do all of that. So it's been a lot of fun. So, well, this is that point where we tell you to go to bed because we want you to teach our future pullers tomorrow,
Definitely.
right?
Definitely.
Make them smart.
How to read and spell.
How to read and spell. So.
Yeah,
Mike,
we're writing real good like these days.
Mike, you're amazing. So glad to have you on our team. Mike joins us for the first part of the show every Monday night, but he is a teacher for real and in Missouri, and we make fun of Missouri all the time just because Mike lives there. But no, we love Missouri. We love everybody, even people in California, and actually we love them a lot.
Especially, I was going to say, was it even people in California or especially people in California?
Especially. I need to. When I type my emails into Chat GPT before I send them, so it's all good.
Have fun with the Massetti crew.
We will.
Kicking it out west. You want to be a cowboy, gonna be a gangster. Have a great time, guys.
See you, buddy.
Bye, Mike.
We love Mike Idle.
We do.
He's awesome.
Oh, wow. He's fun.
Again, every Monday night, Let's Grow Pulling. We start at 7:30 Central now because we brought on our friends from the West Coast. They like to stay up later than me, and I'm getting old. So I'm just going to say it. Now, I wasn't on last week because of my airplane. I tried to fly to Florida to visit my wife and my daughter for a couple of days. They were down there after Louisville. And then I just got a text that said, your flight is canceled. And I was like, what? And so then Monday I got to get down there, but I was in the air. But I went back and watched it, the Sheltons and everything. And Mike, you ran a good show, Kenzie. I'm not mad. So it's all good in the hood. So let's bring on Massetti. Well, this is the official hour. It's 9 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Pacific. We bring on Brian Massetti of Massetti. The first one, he's not my favorite anymore. James is my favorite because of Facebook Marketplace, but I do love me some Brian Massetti from MLM Motorsports. Him and his wife Christy. They have two awesome pulling sleds. They're growing pulling on the West Coast. They're a premier pulling organization out there. Excited to be back, Brian. I missed you guys last week. Sorry about that. But life happens.
Welcome back. You missed us the last 2 weeks, but who's counting? I mean,
was that the first?
Yeah, it's true.
What was happening during Farm Show?
Yeah.
I wasn't on during Farm Show.
No,
you weren't. Hey, man, I'm right.
I was in our Airbnb, and you were probably with Chase or somebody.
I remember. Man, that's only like 2 weeks ago. I should be able to remember where I was, Brian.
I did. Yeah, it's okay,
No.
Brian. I believe you.
Don't worry. We worked good with Kinsey. Everything was smooth.
Oh no, I'm not worried. Our numbers are good. It's all good. So what do we got in store tonight, Mr. Massetti?
I like the little fire frame we have tonight.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It's not going to be there next week. So
yeah,
no, we've been having a hard time streaming to a couple of our Facebook pages. We can go live on 8 different destinations at one time. So we're live on. Well, normally we're live on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all at the same time. But whatever reason, Facebook, these API conversions, I'm not sure what that stands for, Brian, but they're not like working properly. So
it's permissions.
Permission. So I bought something new today thinking it would work. And then, so we're going to cancel it tomorrow. Yep. But
okay, well,
the fire is cool.
You don't know until you try it. So.
Right. Mm-hmm. So what do you got in store for us tonight, boss?
Appreciate you having you. I know we got most of the family coming. Trevor's going to be a little late, he said, and hopefully Steve makes it. But
I see James in the background. I see Kevin.
Okay.
And I see Michael Fields.
Good. Well, our guest tonight is Michael Fields, C&G Farms, and the Rumor Limited Pro Stock. Beautiful truck. Just brought it out here a few months ago. It came out home here to California. He ran it a couple weeks ago at the Tulare Farm Show. There it is, the Rumor. That truck has a really cool story. So I'm excited for Michael to share that with us tonight. Great guy. Really enjoyed getting to know him, and looking forward to him being out there tearing up the tracks with us.
Nice. Well, let's bring on Kevin Massetti. Then we have
Kev?
My favorite Massetti, James. James, tell us your location if permissible.
I'm in Clemens Hall tonight. Pretty cool building. One of my favorites. Yeah.
Are we going to do the live leaderboard again for the game tonight on the whiteboard?
I was planning on it, but I just got into this room maybe 5 minutes ago. Didn't have time to set up my high-tech live leaderboard. So
James,
Well,
I
that's
was
pretty
in
cool.
Dallas. I was in Love Field at the airport last Monday
Why
night
didn't you
during the
call me?
show. I almost called you
You should
because
have.
my plane kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. I was about saying, James, we're going to surprise the Massetti family. And I'm going to crawl into the
Love
classroom with
Field's
you.
that's only 10 minutes away from me.
No,
That's
I know.
close.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but they actually got me out of there finally, and so that
Oh.
was good. So, well, without further ado, let's bring our guest on, Michael Fields.
Bring on
Welcome to Massetti and Friends, aka Let's Grow Pulling. How are you tonight, sir? Oh, he's muted.
Or is that better?
There we go.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can now. Sorry, Mike.
There we go. How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Thanks
for
joining
having
us.
me on here.
Oh, yeah, of course. We appreciate you joining us. We know you got your hands full with your family. I'm sure everybody's kids.
Oh
going
yeah,
every
we
which
just
way.
we just got everyone to bed, so we're good now.
Oh, cool. Well, we appreciate you spending your evening with us then.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I don't know if you've ever seen the show, Michael, but what we do, we talk to our guests, get to know them a little bit, talk about your pulling operation, just get to know people a little bit outside of pulling, a little bit of what you do with pulling. So, why don't you tell us about your family? I know you got some beautiful young kids and your wife, so just tell us a little bit about what you got going on there.
Yeah, so I married for the last 6 years, and we got 3 beautiful kids, two daughters and 1 son, and I got it's a 1.5-year-old, 1.5, a 2.5, and a 4-year-old. So they're pretty tight in age, so it's pretty wild around the house here, but it's real fun, and yeah, so we've been having our hands full with that, and along with this project with this truck too. It's in the mix of all that. So between getting married and having kids and family stuff, we've been working on this truck for a while. But yeah, the last time I saw, actually I saw Kevin Lucas. He was on here, so I watched that one, and and he's right down the road from us actually. So he's another great almond farmer here. So we grow almonds, farm, develop orchards and stuff. We have a holler here, so kind of like Kevin and Lucas and their family. So we do a lot of the processing side of it. So pretty much everything with the almond industry. But
I got to say that this picture that's up right now, I mean, it's no secret. The sled was at your place for a little test day, but
yes,
your facility is absolutely beautiful. I love how your trailers are all staged. The first thing when I came in, the gate was open, but is the CNG logo on the gate? That's chromed, correct?
yes, absolutely, it's
That's
chrome.
That is badass.
Yeah, we're thinking about like a metallic silver, and we looked at that, and we're like, we gotta put a little more shine in that
Yeah.
gate. So we decided to go with the chrome, and turned out great. So, but no, we my brother and I we run the business here, so we really like to keep things clean and organized and pretty straight. So, and
It's very impressive to see.
yeah,
Very nice.
that day you came out, that was pretty cool to have that set up because we just pulled that 20 acres out for more stockpile and stuff because we have to stockpile for our growers if we run out of room. So it kind of turned out because that became our little test track, and
That's
so
perfect.
yeah, it worked out great. And it's pretty sandy out there, so we packed it pretty good, and I'm surprised it packed pretty good, and I'm glad we did that before Tulare, our first main pull with that truck. So
Well, yeah, you were able to try a few different things and see what the truck liked, what you liked, and that's
yeah,
cool.
mainly that clutch, the whole clutch thing on that, and giving the throttle. Those are the 2 main things that trying to figure out on. But gear change and all that too, figuring out what gear it likes, and we learned that the first pull. So
Hey, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about the history of that pickup and how it got to where it is today.
yeah, so that truck, that was my first truck that I bought in high school. It was an '02 Duramax, and I drove it through high school, and I actually started pulling with it with you guys in work stock, I think it was, and had the work stock, and so I kind of wanted to get up, kind of go a little farther than that. So we decided to, build it up pretty good. So I sent it back east to Randy at Performance Pros, and Randy took on the project. And unfortunately, it was kind of during COVID, so everything was slow. Parts, the engine builder was Wagler, so it took time to get the pumps, injectors, nozzles, stuff like that. I remember months to just get simple parts like that. And so, the motor was a couple years out, and it's just crazy that COVID kind of hit pretty good. But months after that, the project kind of kept going, and we finally got it back here in California. Let's see, we got it back in December. No, I'm sorry, November, October, November of 24. And it wasn't 100% done. We still had to get the wiring done. The chassis was done, body was all done. It's just the whole wiring, the Motec system. We had to get that complete. So I got a hold of Michael Barnett with Performance, and he jumped on the project, and we both worked on it together. And he put a lot of time in that thing, and we got it alive and got it running. So it's been a heck of a year. Well, I mean, not even a year. I mean, it didn't take long to get that thing going over his place, but it's been a long journey though. Overall, it's been 6 years. I took that thing back east December of 2018, and yeah, so it's been a long project. I've been out of the game for that long. In between that, my father passed away. I was married, 3 kids. A lot of life happened in between that. So to keep an eye on a project like that, and continuing with life, it's kind of tough. But we managed to get it done, and now it's here, and looking for a great season this year.
Yeah, I'm glad it's finally all come together, and and you've already, the kids can grow with you and enjoy it. And,
Oh yeah,
it's neat. We're excited.
that's the big thing is with the family. It's I want to make it to where my family and the kids are welcome, and they're happy to go out there and watch, and all these events. And that's the main thing that I'm looking forward to this season, is the whole family going together. So
Yeah, I can tell you from experience that is the best part. And I'm lucky I've been able to do it with Kevin forever, and then our boys and Lexi, our daughter, are integral parts of it. And it's fun to do it all together as a family. And our parents still go and help too, so it's
yeah.
cool. It's neat. So, and Trev, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, sorry I'm late, guys.
It's all
Cheating
right.
Trev.
Okay. Welcome.
Trevor,
I am
you're
worried,
the one that got the big win in Tulare.
Yeah, I'm surprised I remembered how to do it.
Mike, did you pull before 2018 or not?
Oh yeah. No, I pulled with that truck.
Okay.
Actually, in between, so I had that truck through high school, and I pulled work stock and all that, and so I wanted to get up to limited pro stock. So I ended up buying a truck back in Kansas City, and that truck ran great. And actually, a friend of ours, Jr., he bought the truck, and he's actually in our group. And he took that truck over, and he made that thing really work good. So he actually won, I think, last season. I think with the points NL Limited Pro Stock.
He won the ring at GSI.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that truck was running good. So I had that truck, and then I decided, you know what, I'd rather kind of build my own truck, and this truck was more personal. So yeah, I decided. So yeah, I've been in it for a while. It's just between that truck going off back east and now, a lot of life's happened, and I didn't really get the chance to do pulling in between. So
How many hooks did you get at Tulare? 1 or 2?
I got 1.
Okay. How did it go?
It went good. No, it went great for the first main event. In 6 years, I I just need to work on the clutch and the throttle. Getting off the clutch sooner and on the throttle more. But I'm also learning the truck. It's a complete different animal from what it was. I mean, it's yeah, it's totally different, and I'm learning a lot on the thing. So.
Do you have a hand throttle or a foot throttle?
Yeah, it's got a hand throttle. It's got a hand throttle, and it's got the drop box, clutch. There's no transmission, so
I feel like that's a big thing for guys in this class. Like they're used to driving the work stock truck with the foot pedal, and then they switch over to the hand throttle, and they're like, "Whoa!" Like it's
yeah.
Everybody says.
Yeah, and they you can kind of change the way the RPMs come in on the hand throttles with these Duramaxes. Kind of like a ladder effect. So, which I guess that kind of helps with your response going down track. But I'm getting used to it, and the whole clutch thing, adjusting the clutch and kind of learning more on the clutch side of it, which I'm kind of excited about. There's a lot going on there, but it's kind of cool to see how much clutch you got to adjust and how much burns off, and just keep records of how much you burn per event and all that. So it's pretty cool.
Do Kevin, James, and Trevor, you guys have logs of your clutches and how much is wearing off each pass? You guys
I got a
keeping on top of that stuff too?
Yeah, we take good notes.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but you guys have any other questions for Michael? Or Michael, do you have any questions for anybody on here?
No, not really. Like I said, I'm finally getting back into it, after 6 years. So I'm really honored to be able to get on this and kind of be with you guys and, talk about my story. So again, I appreciate it.
I think it's important. That's the whole point of this. This was Jason's idea, but we're trying to just get to know our pullers better and let everyone get to know each other. It's pretty fun. So
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Michael,
but now's where it gets.
What's your plan for this year in terms of polls?
For me?
Yeah.
Pull everything I can, pretty much.
There you go.
I've been out of it for so long, so I kind of have I got a schedule that I made with my wife, and she looked at it, and she's she kind of gave me the look like that's a lot.
She shook
of
her head, Mike. Mike, just say it. Don't be a pussy. She shook her head and said you're crazy. And
yeah. So she's like, yeah, I mean, and she gets it. I've been at it for a while, and this was kind of my dad's and my thing too. This polling, he kind of pushed me to push push the envelope and make this truck what it is now. Nice. And unfortunately, he's not here to see it. So that's another part of me that I really want to get out there and pull and and have the family out and see this thing and stuff like that. But no, I plan on pulling as many of your pulls, Brian, and if I can't make those, because my harvest is starts about the middle of August and it goes till the end of October. So, but hopefully I'll get that truck out there one way or another to keep it running. But
cool.
Yeah.
Trevor will drive it, Mike. Don't worry. You
I was
just get
gonna
it
say,
there.
if
Trevor
you
will
need to
drive
drive it, you let
There
me
we
know.
go.
Also, Michael, I want to thank you and your brother, your whole family for C&G Farms for sponsoring the Power Pulling Series this year. We
Absolutely, yeah.
definitely, that helps all the pullers. So we really appreciate you guys doing that, and
Yeah.
looking forward to flying your logo on everything. So
Yeah. No
we
problem.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. So
Absolutely. I just want to grow this thing and, make it more competitive and, it'll raise more interest for people coming in and want to compete and, placing good and stuff like that. So absolutely.
I think you and Trevor's, the limited pro stock class is probably one of the toughest classes. There's good competition everywhere, but it seems like the last couple of years there's been a number of trucks that have come into that class, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
more coming, and it's going to be tough. It's fun to watch. So.
Yeah. When I stopped in, let's see, I stopped in 17, it was getting pretty competitive, that class. And I remember my last was at MJC actually. And man, it was tight. The group was tight, very competitive. And when I sent the truck back east, I was kind of teeter-tottering on should I build a limited pro stock or a pro stock, a 3.6 or a 3.0 truck, because this was the time to do it, But the competition is so much better in the limited pro stock, so I had to stay in that class, and I'm glad I did because through the years of watching everyone pulling, it's been a great class. So I'm excited to run in that class, and I see that pro stock it's coming up, so there's more trucks coming in that class over here, which I'm excited to see, this season or in the seasons coming up. So, but yeah, that limited pro stock, that's a great competitive, that's a strong class for sure. So
Definitely, I'm excited to see it. It's cool.
yeah.
So if nobody else has anything for Michael, then now this is where we turn it over to James, and it gets real fun. And I also now will introduce you to Cheating Trev over here. We call him because he has a way of cheating. But James, why don't you take it over?
Can you guys see the screen?
I think it's down there.
Yeah, now we got to make it big. We have some new software, Trevor. Give us a second. I got it.
This is different tonight.
Whoa, there it is. Now we're going to do that one probably. Which one do you like? This one?
Whatever people can see the thing there because they don't want to see us. They want to
I think that one's the best.
This one?
I think so.
Great.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. Well, Michael, thanks for joining us tonight. This is the portion of the show where we play a little game, Facebook Marketplace game. So if you saw the Kevin Lucas episode, then you should know roughly what we do here.
Yeah,
right?
a little bit.
Okay, so basically I'm going to show you a marketplace listing, and everyone's going to have to guess the asking price. The closest answer without going over wins. You get 1 point for being that closest answer, 3 points if you get the exact answer to the dollar, and if you win, you will get a GSI t-shirt. We don't really guarantee the year or the size, but you do generally get a t-shirt. Anyways, it's pretty self-explanatory. And we won't waste too much time. We'll just get into it. So this first one here is an 8500 limited pro tractor. It's kind of tough because the only information anyone gets here is it's a 466 cubic inch motor and the motor's fresh, never pulled. That's it. That's all the information he gave. That's all I got for you.
Whoa.
Pretty tough.
Can we let Schultz go first? Because I think he knows a lot about these.
I literally wrote it like that. Jason first. Jason?
$85,000.
$85,000. Kenzie, do you want to go next?
I'm gonna go 75,000.
75. Dad?
70,000.
70. Uncle Kev?
90,000.
90. And Cheating Trev?
I think 80,000 on the nuts.
80. Okay, Michael, we're moving pretty quick here. What do you think?
Yeah, I was gonna go 80, but I'll go 81.
81. Okay.
Good move.
Pretty good guesses here, generally. One really good guess. It's actually Kenzie. Oh, no, it's not. It's 77,000. Not dead on, but Kenzie does get the point. I thought
No,
it was
but you hit
75.
it right on the head.
Oh.
Kenzie gets all different. Like, what did I?
Kenzie does get 1 point. 1 point.
Oh, good job,
I thought
Kenzie.
it was 77, but yeah. Good job, Kenzie. Strong start.
Good work, Kenzie.
And we're doing 7 listings tonight. The last one, there's some bonus points available. So there's plenty of room here to get a good lead. This next
How big is those
listing,
back fenders so close? It almost looks goofy.
it does. It's a
Picture
weird
on the
looking
left.
tractor. Yeah.
Did it
Kind of
say
sits
where
real
it's from?
tall, too.
No, that's just the Case IH guys. That's how they do that. That's how they
Seriously?
button up. Yeah, on that sheet metal, and they probably narrowed it up. They try to sometimes hard Massetti to make the sheet metal fit, because it's not as wide as a farm tractor.
Okay.
So that's how
I'm
they
not
try to-
knocking them. I just think it looks funny.
Are those like
No,
factory?
you
Those
are- you
actually
are-
factory
you are
fenders?
knocking it, and it's okay. It does look funny. It's all good.
Are those the factory fenders?
Yeah, they
Jason?
just butt them up together like that.
Yep.
Interesting. Well, this next
All
one's
right, anyway. Sorry to take us off course.
a little different.
Look at
This is
this.
an 84 FMC military vehicle. No trades, by the way. Very important. You're looking at an M548A1 amphibious tracked carrier made by FMC. They are rare in civilian hands and typically are required to be cut up. This one, though, got a clean body, escaped the military without any demolition or mutilation. It doesn't currently run because the starter's bad, but it could. All the major components are there. The body's clean, and the track pads are at 90%. It comes with a tailgate, cab hard top, and other body panels. And it has a title, too. I have no idea why these have titles, but
Mobile home. It's a mobile
home. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Yeah, a little rusty overall, but pretty good shape.
Looks like it's got like a hitch in front or something. That top left.
There's something out here that sticks out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can tow it behind your RV.
That's a hell of a tow bar.
That could be a new sled or something.
It probably would work.
That is something.
Yeah.
Where do you get a starter for something like this?
Great question. Yeah. Let's start this one off with Kenzie. Kenzie, what do you think about this amphibious
90 grand.
track carrier? What do you say?
90 grand. You think so for a tank?
90 grand?
Sure.
It is a rarity in civilian hands.
Yeah, what did the last one that you bought, Jason? What'd that cost?
Well, I regularly troll Facebook Marketplace for tanks because I need more shit to waste money on. I can't afford
Well,
what
mid
I have.
'80s tanks or something hot.
Yeah, they're popping now, kind of like the mullets on these young kids with their haircuts these days.
Yeah, mullets and tanks, one and the same. Dad?
Exactly.
I am gonna say 45,000.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say, Massetti.
45.
You can say it too. We can share, Jason.
No, I want to win.
There you go. Uncle Kev, what do you think?
I'm going to say 30,000.
30,000. Trev?
31,000.
31,000. All right, Michael.
I'm gonna say 35.
35. Jason, last guess.
I'm going 45,001.
45,001.
I used to really like you, Schultz.
I know.
I don't remember how much this one is, but I'm pretty sure it was lower. Let's see. 24,000.
Oh, geez.
Lowest guess there was 30,000. Michael, you probably don't know this, but if everyone's too high,
Damn it.
I myself get a point. So I am currently tied for first place. 1 point.
Gotcha.
Along with Kenzie.
That's actually a steal.
That
Okay,
I think it's a good deal.
What does one do with one of these?
Yeah, that might be a waste
Beer
of
Money Pulling Team
24,000.
logo.
Yeah, you put a Beer Money Pulling Team logo on the side of it.
Make a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
you pull that,
Start
rascal.
hosting podcasts from in there.
I drive it to go get ice cream.
Yeah,
true.
Hmm.
Well, anyways.
Well, good job, Jay.
Yeah, thanks. It was a good performance. out of me there.
Michael Fields, do you feel cheated? Do you feel cheated, Michael, so far?
I'm really surprised that that thing 24,000.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't run. Like,
True.
I can move it.
I mean, it is
a lot
84.
of iron there.
So it is 84.
Yeah.
But Mike, do you like this so far? You're having a good time?
Oh yeah.
You don't
No,
feel
this
like
is
you
pretty cool.
wasted like the last 31 minutes of your life by any chance?
No.
Well, just wait.
You're
for
not
the
getting
next-
it back.
the next 30 minutes.
It's only our second listing.
Yeah. Let's real quickly go back to pulling though. This here is a
Oh, yeah.
77 Chevy 3/4 ton. It's only a roller, no motor, no clutch. It's got Dana 60 in the front with a Detroit True Track, AAM rear with another Detroit True Track. It's got a SM 465 with NP205 transfer case. It's got Corey Keck aftermarket parts. Comes with hydraulic steering, aluminum hubs in the front and rear. All you need is a motor and a clutch. It's ready to go pulling. As you can see, it's got the weight box there. I'm not sure what class it was set up for. It's got all the gauges in the dash. It's a pretty good base. We're gonna start this one off with Dad. Dad, pretty tough one. What do you think?
Very tough. But it ain't no joke, as that sticker says on that above the
it's true.
Hitch.
It's good attention to detail.
I'm going to say that is $12,500.
12.5. Uncle Kev?
It doesn't have a motor?
No motor.
Seems like a lot then. 10,000. Do you guys have an echo or is it just me?
I don't know. Maybe it's me.
I don't have an echo.
Trev?
It's hard to say. I think I'm gonna go 15,000.
15?
Yeah.
All right, Michael.
I might go a little higher again. I'm gonna say 18.
18? And you're more than welcome
1501's
to,
probably a good guess.
to just go $1 over someone
Trevor.
else. That's encouraged.
Oh, okay.
Jason?
I'm going to say 7,500.
7,500. Kenzie? Last guess.
11,000.
11. Pretty
Dang, I'm really high.
solid range here. Jason's on the low end, 7,500. Dad's kind of somewhere in the middle, 12.5. Michael Fields up top with 18. It is 16.5. That's going to give it to Trev. If Michael hadn't been so nice and had just gone one over Trev,
Yeah.
he'd have had it.
That's the general rule. You go one over Trev. And
you generally do pretty well there.
Next
so
time.
Cheat and Trev tied for first place with myself and Kenzie, 1 point each. It's anybody's game at this point. This next
last
one.
week. Well, hang on, Jay. Last week, I think the first three were all direct hits, right?
Yeah, last week was impressive. I think we had 4 out of the 7 were direct hits. It was a high score game.
It's kind of cool.
This week some of us sucked.
Who ended up winning last week? Did you win, Dad?
Oh, it was me. It was this guy right here. First time
we
ever.
did a precise measurement. Anyways, we'll touch more on that later.
That deal, yeah, I smoked that.
But anyways, 16.5. That gives the point to Trev. 1-1-1.
Good job, Trev.
First place right now.
Next step.
Yeah, Trev. You know what? You didn't cheat that time. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. My hands
This
are
next one.
Great job, Trevor. This
Oh,
one
there
I've
we
had saved
go.
for a while.
Oh my God.
And it always pops up, and for some reason I haven't really used it yet. But this is essentially a jet ski placed on top of a cheap Chinese moped. It's a 260cc moped, and it's an absolute blast to drive. Clearly a head turner. How could it not be? You're guaranteed to get your picture taken every time you ride it. It may need a new carb because the automatic choke is a little bit sticky. And currently it runs like 45 to 50 right now, which is hard to believe. And before
That's
the carb
not
started
safe at
acting
all.
up, it was running even 65. Now, this guy does mention, as a disclaimer, it does not float. I'm not so sure.
Dang.
Just
I
an
think
ad. I
it
think
might.
it would.
I think you put a paddle on the back and a snorkel for the intake. I think it's going. But that's just me. Anyways,
Worth a shot.
Does Lonnie have anything to do with this one?
Oh, that's
no,
good
this
stuff.
one looks too nice, and he doesn't like those Chinese.
It's the
motorbikes.
Chinese
He does not like
crap he
Chinese.
doesn't like. Yeah.
I like how
Well,
he's
we-
wearing his life jacket in that
Yeah,
picture.
yeah,
That's
that's
true.
That's because it
Safety
doesn't
first.
float.
Good addition there.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it doesn't float. So, anyways,
How do you put like a kickstand down, or you just lean it
that's
over?
where I was. I don't know if it's just enough where you could lean it and it won't, tip over. I'm not sure, but I mean, it
You ever
seems
wonder
like
like what goes through somebody's head before they undertake a project like that?
Nope.
no,
Like,
no,
Probably not a lot.
no.
yeah.
I mean, all right.
He
Well,
had
I'm the
a
only one.
It looks comfortable. It
he had
looks
a
like
moped and a
it was
jet
made,
ski, and
made that
he
way.
knew what he had to do.
If only he had a $500 van to go in front of it. I mean, I feel like that
True.
would top it off.
We're gonna start this one off with Uncle Kev. Uncle Kev, this is a slow
This is a
start.
tough. Sorry, I got Olive here with me. This one's tough. Also, my screen, I'm having trouble making it big, but I see what it is. This has got to be $1,900.
1,900. Trev?
I was thinking more like $1,500. No, go $1,250. $1,250.
Michael, have you ever seen anything like this?
This might be the first. I'm trying to
Okay.
see what it says on his shirt, but it's probably something pretty serious. But I'm gonna go with what does that say? I love my wife.
Wife, maybe?
Or Wi-Fi.
Or
Oh,
Wi-Fi.
is that a hand throttle right there too?
Could
Oh,
be.
you know what? I'm gonna say it's probably about $1,000. Oh, he's got mirrors too on that thing.
Yeah, he does. $1,000.
Probably street legal.
It's got to be close. Jason?
500.
500.
Oh, I went
Kenzie?
too high. Damn it.
Let's do 1,100.
11. Dad?
Oh man, is there a 12 hundo in there yet?
No, if there's a 1,250.
I'll take 12 hundo.
Bold. This one, 2,000. Uncle Kev coming back.
Wow.
Thought he was too high, but he
You
got
got
it.
this guy's number?
I could probably get it. Yeah.
Is that a direct hit for Kev?
No.
No, not a direct hit. He was at 1,900. He was
Pretty damn good guess, though.
Yeah, it
Close.
was a good guess.
How do you make the screen bigger on this deal? I can't.
I'm not entirely
It's
sure.
a different thing.
It is a different thing.
Never mind.
Well, that was the fourth listing. So we're officially over halfway through, but still
Oh, now
There
we're
we
on
go.
stage.
Are we back?
Well, we lost Michael.
Oh, jeez.
No, I'm here.
Ah, there we are.
Let me bring him up. You got to transition him over.
Oh shit! But Uncle Kev vaporized.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that.
You didn't figure that out?
Oh, I was getting there. It's bringing everybody out.
Huh.
I don't like new stuff.
See what happens when Jason comes back? That's all I'm saying.
My side.
Bye.
You guys, what'd you do with Michael? Yeah, but I can't see you.
Kenzie?
See, I just see. See, there he is now.
There he is.
There we go.
There he is. But now you vaporized Kev.
That's okay.
That's okay.
He's peeing anyways. He'll be all right.
Oh shit! Bring back the other platform.
We will.
Oh, well,
This was a one and done. Trust me.
Are we all good? Can we see the screen here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Well, in front of you here is a 26-hole mini golf course. Again, not the land, just the course. The props as well as the clubs and balls. Everything is 1 year old and in great condition, and the seller is trying to move it fast. So the price is according to that. Are we all good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Is Kev back? No.
Basically, what we'd be paying for is like a bunch of pallets and some fake grass and rocks and shit.
Dead on. You got it.
Oh, right.
Rev?
And then you take all that and you put it in your backyard or something.
Maybe that fake tree
start your
right
own
there
mini
in
golf
the middle picture.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at how many things, and they're already designed. You don't have to do it yourself. Trev?
Yeah.
What do you think?
This is
challenge.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Boy.
I mean, we got to move fast, so the price must be.
Yeah.
No, Kevin.
Yeah.
He made himself disappear.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? I'm really at a loss. I don't know. Can you tell me where this is?
Nope.
Okay.
But it comes with golf balls and.
Yeah, does it come with clubs and everything?
With the
Yeah,
putters?
it does. Yeah. Michael's got it.
Yep.
Yeah, can you just get that? It's annoying me. I don't like it.
I'm gonna go
No, 'cause I
$70,000.
can
What'd you say?
$70,000.
7D?
7D?
I feel like it's some outrageous number. I might be way off.
Michael? $70,001?
Oh, that's like, I don't know. They got those putters lined up pretty nice for
That's true.
for picture, you know.
see.
I'm gonna say like 20.
20.
Yeah.
Maybe I was way off.
Oh, I see.
Jason? What do you think?
10,000.
10,000. Kenzie?
Let's do 15.5.
15,500. I like it. Dad?
20,000.
You want to tie Michael, or you want to go something different?
Did Michael say 20?
He said 20. I mean, I'll allow it.
I'll go 25.
25.
I'll give Michael a little room to play there.
I appreciate it.
Kev? Is he back?
No,
Not sure.
He said
Kevin says 4 million.
We'll give him 6,900.
Here he comes. There he is.
Here. What happened?
Kev, what do you think about this?
What'd you guys do?
26-hole mini golf course.
I missed the whole thing. What?
Good.
Not
Say a
the
number,
land,
kid.
just
Say a
the
number.
objects.
Looks like $1 million. What did they say? What did they say? 1 year old, great condition, investment fast, price negotiable. What are the guesses, Jake?
Our
Quick.
range is between 10,000 and 70,000.
Between 10,000 and 70,000.
Yep.
What are the guesses? What did Trevor say? Just tell me
Trevor
what Trevor
said
said.
70.
Oh,
Yeah, it was wrong.
I said
25.
25.
You want to go?
Did
That's
Brian
bad
get
guess
25?
25. Do you want to go 25 or you want to change it up?
Who said it?
Dad. My dad.
Your dad said 26.
26.
One for each hole.
Cool. That's a good logic there.
26 holes. Is that normal for a golf course?
Well, it's mini golf.
Yeah, mini golf can be
Anyway.
whatever, Kevin.
This one here, 20,000. Michael Fields.
There we
Dead
go.
Attaboy,
on
Michael.
20,000. Sorry, Dad. I kind of
Whoa.
cheated you out of that one, but
No, that's all right.
Michael, 3 points. Dead on answer.
Right on.
Very impressive from a guess of 70,000 beforehand too.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Which not
and you would
very
have thought that'd be the
impressive.
one.
Pretty terrible guess. But great guess from Michael. 3 points now
Perfect.
in a clear first place. 3 points for Michael. Second place is Trev, Kev, Kenzie, and myself with 1 point. Jason and Dad not on the board.
All right, Brian, let's start trying now. Okay, Massetti, we gave him a spot in the lead.
You guys had
I really thought I was going to excel tonight because last night I posted a bunch of shit on Marketplace and I've sold almost all of it today. So I thought
that's impressive.
and I was really hoping, James, you would come across one of my posts and I could be
did,
like,
but
oh,
that would have been too
shit.
easy. Yeah.
For real, you didn't? You saw mine and you didn't use it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you
Hell,
posted.
James.
What'd you post?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back like way later on and do like the blowers from the old setup or something like that, and then have those. And then
The problem is I don't even remember the prices I put on that shit.
Exactly,
so
that's the point.
I'd be lost. But anyways, I sold a bunch of our old parts, Kev.
Good thing.
That's good.
Right.
Good job.
Anyways, we've got 2 listings left. Michael's he's in the lead right now. We're going to need a strong performance.
I think this is hot.
There are some
Good job,
bonus
Michael.
points available though
Thank you.
on the last
Me and
listing.
Jason are coming back. We're going to be on a terror right now.
Yeah, I believe it. Well, this next one here, get ready. This one is called Hold On to Your Nuts Chopper.
Oh my
If you
God.
want a head turner and have a tight grip, this is the one for you. It's a 120 El Bruto Ultima, less than 2,000 miles with certified paperwork. This is a big bike at 10 foot 9 inches long. So much torque, it'll make your girlfriend's mom hit on you. This is not for a novice rider. It was a very fun cruiser rocket at half the length of a football field. You won't have to worry about no road sweat. It'll lift up that front wheel about a foot even with the rake. 240 rear end tire. Compression relief valves so you don't blow it up because there's so much dang horsepower. It's got a custom built frame that's just a piece of art. It's got coil suspended leather pan seat that will drop down to the frame, or you could keep it up to save your ass and back when you hit a pothole.
What a salesman.
I mean,
This guy can ride mad, that's for sure.
hold on to your nuts here. Michael, you're going first. What do you think about this thing?
Oh man, with that description of that thing,
Yeah, he's proud of it.
Yeah.
he is proud of it for sure. Let's see. I'm gonna say 35.
1,000, 100,
35,000. Yes.
35,000. Jason?
30,000.
30. Kenzie, what do you think?
23,000.
23. Dad?
That 26,000.
26. Uncle Kev.
You guys are too high. They missed the chopper craze. Maybe not though. 10,000.
10,000. Trev?
10,001.
10,001. Good guess. Actually, great guess. 11,000. Just snaked it out from Kev. Kev was dead on. He had it he had this guy's number. He said everyone was too high. Trev said Kev was just a little too low. Trev gets the point. That's 2 points now for Trevor. Still 3 for Michael, first place. Kevin, Kenzie, and myself, all with 1 point in third place. But there are a lot of points on the table here going into this last listing. Okay. And beforehand, I was doing the last listing as $1,000 or less. That's gone. Complete gone. Now, our last listing, Jason, you weren't here last week, and well, obviously Michael too. But last time I messed up and I accidentally showed the price. So we guessed the location of the item.
Oh.
So this time, we're guessing both the price and the location of this 94 Chevy Blazer. Okay.
Wow.
It's a 1994 Blazer channeled body sitting on a custom 3500 Savannah frame with a 7.3 liter power stroke and a 5-speed manual. This needs to be seen in person to appreciate the amount of time and professional work that was put into this ride. New tires, new wheels, and a bagged front and back. It's got an upgraded turbo, completely rebuilt top end, all new injectors, wiring harness, globe plugs, fuel pump, water pump, alternator, everything. 2 Optima batteries start this beast, and it's got massive train horns to let people know you're coming. It cruises around 70, no problems, and it's super fun to drive. It looks awesome, draws a massive crowd, clearly. Only bad thing here, transmission needs some synchronizers. It started to make some noises and jump out of gear sometimes. So it's got a little bit of character, a little bit of, work still to be done. But, I mean, look at this thing. This is a beast. So this time, what we're going to do is we're going to first go around and just go price. Same thing we've been doing. Then we're going to go location. You can be as specific or as broad as you want. I'd ask that you at least give me like a part of the country or something. But the more specific and the more accurate you are, the more points you'll get. And I'm not afraid to give out 5 points for a great guess here. I'll do whatever it takes here. Because this is tough. I will tell you it's somewhere in the continental US, but it could be anywhere. Any state. Not giving you any clues. You could look at the pictures, look at the background, kind of get in the mind of the guy who owns this 94 Chevy Blazer. Anyways, we're going to start this one off again with Jason, and then we'll go reverse order to do the location. So, Jason, what do you think this was listed for dollar-wise?
$7,500.
$7,500. Kenzie?
9,900.
9,900. Dad?
10,500.
10,500. Kev?
Is that the highest one?
Yep.
10,500.
Yep.
I'm gonna go 18,000.
18,000. Trev?
I think, is that good or no?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna go 11,000.
All right, Michael.
I'm gonna go 13,000.
13, good guess. Okay, now we're gonna start with Michael. Go reverse order. Michael, give me a location. You could tell me. You could say, let's just say, you could say California, whatever, or you could say like Northern California, or you could give me a city if you feel that confident. And the closest answer is gonna get 1 point at least. But if you get real close, I might give you more.
I'm gonna say East Coast. I'm gonna say like South Carolina or something.
South Carolina. Do you want to just give me a direction within South Carolina? North, south?
I would say probably, I don't know, east of it.
Okay. Jason? Oh, no, I'm sorry. We'll go reverse order.
Georgia.
Jason, Georgia? Where in Georgia?
Southern Georgia.
Southern?
Pretty
Kenzie?
good.
Like northern Georgia, South Tennessee. Like
Northern Georgia, South Tennessee. Okay. Dad?
Mobile, Alabama.
That's what my guess.
Good guess. Kev?
I know where it is. I'm going to say the northwest portion of southeast Kentucky.
Yeah. So we'll go a little southeast from central Kentucky.
No, northwest of the southeast
I got
part.
it. I got it, Kev.
That's
Trev?
the middle of the state.
Trev?
I know that, but I'm saying it more precise.
Yeah.
For the points.
For the points.
I think it's okay.
It's this. Yeah.
I think it's like give me St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri. No, that'd be East St. Louis. Trevor.
St. Louis.
Say East St. Louis.
Okay.
Northeast St. Louis.
Some good guesses for sure. Good guesses.
I really hope Michael wins. He's a nice guy. I just met him tonight.
Really good guesses.
Just really
now,
like
before I reveal the answer, I need to confirm. I don't remember the name of the city, so we're gonna have to figure it out together. But I will tell you, 2 of these guesses are extremely close.
Kentucky.
There was a pretty good hint here in this listing. Jason and Kenzie, do you have any idea what the hint was?
I don't.
No?
I was looking at the license plate, but I couldn't tell what.
It would be the license plate. Yeah. This one is in.
Wait, what was the
Lula, Georgia?
Georgia.
Price $6,500. Everybody was too high on the price. That gives me the point. And Lula, Georgia. Let's just pull it up here. So Kenzie said North Georgia, South Tennessee.
Kind of, yeah.
Ish. You know that circle.
Yeah, that circle.
And Jason said South Georgia. Looking at the map here,
That's got to be close to Kentucky.
No.
it's actually very close to Kentucky. I don't know if you can see there.
Oh, I knew it was.
Up there. That I would call northern Georgia, pretty close to South Tennessee. Also, a couple states away from Kentucky, but
That's so close, though.
Kenzie, very, very close guess. So we're gonna give Kenzie, it's more to the West Virginia side. I think we're gonna give Kenzie 2 points for that
Give it
guess.
to her.
Very good guess. Again, I get 1 point for being for all of you guys being too high. We're also
Was I the closest at 7,500?
What's that?
I said 7,500, right?
Yeah, I'd say 7,500. Yeah. Jason's gonna get
Hey,
1
can
point.
you guys see
You got
Steve
the
trying to
state.
get on the show, Jason and Kinsey?
What's that?
Can you see Steve trying to get on the show? Anyone? Oh, yeah. He must be having a technical difficulty.
Well, this puts us in a pretty precarious situation here. Honestly, a low-scoring episode, especially for Uncle Kev. Typically,
I know
he's first or second. This time, only 1 point. But Michael and Kenzie tied for first place with 3 points.
Give it to Michael.
Oh, dang.
No, make him work for it.
Okay.
I mean, we've got to go to a tiebreaker. That's really the only way to do it.
We'll do a tiebreaker. Yeah.
Gosh, I'm not that smart.
And I think the way we'll do it is by going back actually a little bit. And you guys are now you're going to guess the location of this listing.
Oh gosh.
Michael and Kenzie are, right?
Michael and Kenzie. Yep, that's it. So keep in mind here, I won't go through the whole description, but this guy knows what he has, and this thing is big. So we're gonna go
Well, I'll give you guys some time to think about it, but we're going to go Kenzie first, okay? Because Michael did the location first last time. Which, by the way, good first guess. East South Carolina, pretty close. But Kenzie, you're going to go first. Somewhere in the continental U.S.
So it's pretty green. Let's do. Are they right? Like, I gotta look at a map. Like the Arkansas
Arkansas.
area-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like South Missouri.
South Missouri. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Texas.
Whereabouts in Texas?
Let's say Austin.
Austin?
Yeah.
Well, this sweet chopper here, not in Austin, Texas, but it is in Texas. It's in Cleburne, Texas. There, just
We can't see it.
just about an hour away from me. Cleburne, Texas was the correct answer.
Oh, nice.
Which probably only 2 hours from Austin. So incredible guess there. Michael, you get the point. You get the tiebreaker. Michael Fields is the champion.
Whoa, dude.
Episode.
Well done, Michael.
Awesome.
Extremely impressive for a guest.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the license plate was white, and I think I've seen a Texas license plate that's white. So maybe that's.
Yep, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Texas plate right
Yep,
there.
there it is.
Oh, wow.
It's a good eye.
Good eyes there. Good eyes.
You guys are smart. Looking at license plates, that
Georgia.
is smart. There's a Georgia peach on
Oh
it.
yeah, I didn't see that.
I saw that out in Texas.
Man, I didn't see the expanded metal either.
Well,
That is a
That's a
sick
sweet
ass
roll
roll
pan.
pan right there. Look at the hitch. It's just a hook. That's cool.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's ready to pull.
Sweet. Well, anyways, that's going to do it for this week's rendition of Facebook Marketplace. Congrats, Michael.
Awesome.
4 points and the win. Very, very strong performance. He will get a GSI t-shirt at some point.
Not sure it might be big enough for one of the kids, Michael,
Yeah.
so I apologize, but we'll see what we got.
And if it's
No
not,
problem. We have
somewhere in the
multiple
middle, they'll
sizes
probably
here.
grow
We'll
into it.
find someone.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Nice.
Well, congratulations. Thanks, everyone, for having me.
Yeah.
We'll,
Thank
that'll
you.
do it.
Thank you, Jay, for doing that. Michael, thanks for joining us, and glad to have you back out on the track, and we look forward to a great year with you.
Absolutely.
Gonna be
Yeah. Definitely looking forward to the season. So thanks for having me again.
Good deal. Well, please tell Haley and the kids hi for us, and appreciate them letting you have the time to be with us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll let them know.
Cool. Trev, James, Kev, thank you guys again for being here. And we did miss Steve tonight. He was at a dinner or a meeting or something. He's trying to log on, but
He's still trying. He's like literally at this moment, he's trying to. And he's just said it's unfortunate because he's hilarious right now. So it'd be a good time to get him on.
I don't see it.
yeah, he might have been at a drinking function tonight. So
That's too bad.
Yeah.
we know how that goes with Steve. But anyways, next week's another story. So Jason, Kenzie, thank you guys for doing this. Jason, welcome back. Appreciate you having you back with us.
I'm happy. I love you guys.
You guys- Yeah. How was New York?
Amazing.
You guys remember the carriage that was on a while back? The horse-drawn carriage thing? Jason bought one. He's starting a new business in New York.
Wow, incredible.
Dude, those guys, they hustle you as soon as you get out of the Uber. They're like, you go for a ride in Central Park? And I'm like, no, I know what you pay for those things. It's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you guys. We'll do it again next week with a whole new platform.
Yes.
A whole new
We're gonna
world.
find
Wow.
some-
Flames are cool though. Flames are cool.
Flames are cool.
I
yeah.
do like the
Thanks.
flames.
Where's the
But-
flames?
Yeah,
All around
flames are
everybody.
like electricity or something. I don't know.
Like around our pictures, around our frames.
Yeah, I don't see that at all.
Huh.
You don't have the little red border around everything?
Nope. I couldn't.
Huh.
No, I see all you guys right now. I see a big offline thing on the left, and
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to remove that. We suck at this new thing.
but
We're
I don't
going
see
back to
flames.
StreamYard. So
Well, hey, you try it once, you don't like it, you don't try it again.
love you guys. Have a good night.
Beautiful rerun. Thank you. See you
All
guys.
right.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And we're still on.
Yeah, do your impression of that guy that parked it in the ticket booth with the girl.